but he's going to go for round two. He's going to go for the knock, goes for the roll now, and he's spotted Sivio. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Forward, trying to get a better position using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. And today it's going to be day number 3. A lot of action is going to come in from the teams that are going to be playing from Groups B and Group C. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma again.
Yep. Yeah. So the thing is, he started off with a really exciting pace, and once he comes to my name, he's like, being joined by Ocean Sharma again. Once again.
Need a new co-caster. I'm like getting bored over here.
Need new friends in my life, getting a lot bored over here. Follow me out on Instagram if you guys want to, so that I can make new friends. But then let's just talk about the games and all, and let's just see overall standings, that what teams have done for now, because there is one upset. We don't see Bablu out here in the top 8 for now. Fyme is out there topping up the charts with 95 points for themselves. HFD on the second one. They had a good jump yesterday. They're out there with 94. So just 1 point difference on the first and second. NortheSports on 89. TeamvfxOXY on the 4th. Envy on the 5th. Arkadians on the 6th. Portal eSports on the 7th. And Gaming Hub was there on the 8th position. But then moving on from the top 8 to 9 to 16, we don't see Bablu here as well.
Yeah, Bablu is out of the top 8 and the performance has not been good. So has Hellraisers. But look at this. FTFxEsports on the 9th, 247 Gaming on the 10th, Freestyle on the 11th, H2E on the 12th, 2xOfficial on the 13th, LOU Esports on the 14th, Team TUF on the 15th, and Team Aqua on the 16th. But let's move on to the last set of teams and see what other teams are going to be in there. So a lot of good teams not making it into the top 16 right now. It's going to be RNG as well. Another great team, have had amazing performances during the group stages, but in the semi-finals, the first few days, the first day has not been theirs. Bablu as well sitting on the 18th position right now. Nexus team also a good one on the 19th. Hellraisers and RNG are two of the teams that can actually give a lot of competition to teams like Envy, to teams like Portal eSports, to teams like Bablu. And these three teams are sitting out of the top 16. Moving on, Rogue Nation on the 21st, FTFxEsports on the 22nd, R3D Esports on the 23rd, and DFUZeOfficial at the last position right now with just 11 points on the 24th position. So the competition has been tough. And as we were watching yesterday's game, we were talking about this as well. Bablu did not seem like Bablu, did not play like the games that they are known for.
Exactly. That was not the Bablu that we know, and we love to see their games. I mean, the other teams were stepping up to their points as well, but then Bablu was going for a little bit passive gameplay or something yesterday, which was obviously, now they know passive is not at all their style. They need to go for the aggressions, and we might just see the Bablu out there that we know. And look at this. In the games of yesterday was the 4 games that they played versus all the games of the group stages as of now. They had 113 versus 12, obviously. So that was one thing. 20,000 damage that they just did. They did good damage yesterday, like 3,560, but then the kills were not coming out of that one. The healing was really good in the yesterday's games as well. And the overall, they had 8,696 in the group stages. 22 headshots versus 2 headshots. 4 chicken dinners, obviously failing to get even one yesterday, but obviously would like to go to that and remove the 3 in the middle. That was their points out in the yesterday. 29 from 239 on the other side. So it's just a start for Team Bablu. Obviously 4 games have been in their bag right now. 4 more will be coming today, so we'll like to see what happens in this. We'll be talking about the things as we'll be seeing the point distributions, the schedules, and all those things really soon right now. But then there are some other teams, just like you said, Hellraisers and all. They are still lacking the RNG, the names that we know and love. Diffuse has, see, if the teams have had the capability of top 24 from 32, they have the capability of top 16 as well. They just need to play the gameplays in a different manner. The things that they should not be doing, they should be doing those things and all those things. And talking about the points, you guys know it. 20 points for the first position, 14 for the second, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till the 10, and 11 to 16 give you a single point. But then the most important thing is that 1 kill per point. That scenario that just changes everything out there.
Yeah, that can change everything, in fact. But let's have a look at the schedule as well. It's going to be Erangel, Sanhok, Vikendi, and then we end the day with Erangel just like always. And this has been sort of interesting because the maps keep switching. And let's have a look at the teams that are going to be playing today. So NV is going to be back in it. RNG, they did not play yesterday, so we have to look out for these two teams, NV, Portal eSports, RNG, and FTFxEsports as well. Freestyle as well, because FTF and Freestyle had amazing styles of play during the last few days of the group stages. RNG, NV, and Portal eSports are the most consistent teams in sort of a bunch. H2E, they have somehow managed to keep themselves out of the danger zone for now. But Group C, this I think has to be the toughest group of them all. LOE Esports, Gaming Hub, Hellraisers, Rogue Nation, Nexus Team, Team Bablu, R3D Esports, and 247 Gaming. So all, like, majority of the teams that had good standings in the group stages are in Group C.
Exactly. Each and every name that we know and we have seen their gameplays, like dominating either one or the other games in Bablu, dominating each and every game that they play. Not yesterday, I mean, but before that, obviously, each and every time that they have dominated. So we'll have to see what actually comes up in their game styles, in their gameplays, in their game ways, as in a while. We'll be going to the games. We'll be going to the first map of Erangel, obviously from where it all starts, and we'll see how the games and all, you know, it all just changes with the pace of time, with the pace of the guns that they'll be picking up, the rotations that they'll be doing according to the circles. Also, let's just dive into the game, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of Erangel will be right on your screens, as you can see. From Stalbert to Query is the playing path. Poaching, School, Rozog, Yasnaya, Poliana, big names, big areas coming. And if you want to go to military base, you can, but still you'll have to glide a bit. Novo is kind of out of the equation, but if you want to, I mean, you can just go to that area. Georgiapol will also be out there. So Georgia City and those areas where Bablu likes to go. Let's see if they start the rotations from there, and let's see where the circle goes.
Yeah, let's see where the circle goes. Let's see if the teams are going to go for those off drops, or are they just going to drop at their standard location. And another thing we have to see and watch out for is if any team is going to be contested, because that can actually be a pretty tricky situation to deal with. If you are contested in the early stages, if the RNG is not in your favor, you do not find the guns, you won't be able to take the fights. And yesterday on Erangel, we saw this sort of an off drop coming in from Bablu in both the games, wherein Tyrant would just stay split up from his team, and that is happening again. This is interesting, Ocean, because we expected Bablu to sort of come back to the same play style that they are known for, where they stick together, go for those fights, and go for an aggressive sort of a play style. But Tyrant, once again, exiting the plane on a different spot from his team, as Ghost and the rest of the gang are going to look to move towards the northern city, the city that's north of Georgiapol. Tyrant, I think, is once again going to drop right outside of the containers area, and the circle is there as well.
If I remember correctly, Tyrant was the IGL for Team Bablu, right?
Yeah.
So he might be having a different strategy or something for himself. But look at this. Envy Light is really, really close to a player who was out there on the buggy, and GH Emerge was the player out there. 247 Gaming just on the landing, uses a pistol, gives out a headshot, and the first blood has actually come in really, really soon. They have not finished the play yet, so that is going to be one of the things. And GH Gaming Hub's Emerge, he is using his buggy to go to some other location. The circle actually has Georgiapol in its next right now, and Georgiapol is a good area to start the fights. I mean, HR is out there. Bablu is going to be out there, like, really, really close to them right now. I think I see, like, Bablu's players, they are actually trying to spot some players, as there were orange markers on their names and all. So let's see if the fights happen, and I think the first confirmation has been taken down by 247 Gaming's players. Yeah,
that has to be a disadvantage, but Georgiapol is also going to be a really contested place, as there is a huge cluster in there. And talking about 247 Gaming, Najib did try and spot some of the players from squad number 16, the team that's right across from them, quite close close between ROG and 247 Gaming. So they need to make sure that they survive their rotation out of this mansion area. They are not that far away from the circle, just 500 meters to go. But even in the early games, if they do not have the required weapons on them, it is going to cause a lot of trouble, as JD just finds an M16 for himself, and that is a UMP on his back, right?
Yeah, and otherwise, for the opponents, the situations, the strategies are just going to backfire them. Look at that, FS Freestyle losing out one of the players. So this is one thing that FS is actually goes bad on FS. Absol making up that kill count for themselves, and obviously it's going to happen out here for the players. And FS, they lost one player, but still 3 players are surviving, and so no fight is lost. They have UMPs and all those things. Have a level 1 helmet, as you can see, but then does not have a vest or a backpack right now. Obviously, the players are looting smaller compounds for a different start right now. I don't know how the strategy can work out for the teams, for the players right now, but then their drop locations, if are being contested by some other teams, obviously this will be one of the things. DFUZe and PES are in the military base and Novorep areas respectively, so let's see where they go with the fights from here. GH is on their Milta power drop right now. So the teams are being unfazed by the first circle right now. They just want to go to their drops. They just want to see sit in their drop locations right now, and will be rotating if the circle allows them. So far, I think the teams are looking really, really good. Like LOU is out there in the farm area. H2E right in front of them. ROG on your screens. They are out in this Georgia Pole, the back end of Georgia Pole, the hospital Georgia Pole meet-up area. So teams are looking really, really good. TF Venom as well, as you could see, they are just trying to go for the loots and trying to find some decent and good loot if they can for now.
Yeah, I think they already have found some things that they can work with. But still, the trouble is not going to be away, as RNG is quite close to them. And Sketch is on our screens right now, quite in the close proximity, and can be spotted out by the players from the side of TUF out in the open if he is not careful enough. And he is not even looking in their direction. I think using the free look mode is going to be pretty crucial at this point. You need to look at your surroundings, especially when you're surrounded by all these buildings. And when you saw the players drop in that location as well, because there are like 3 teams in there. There's Hellraisers, there's TUF, and then there is RNG present. And Freestyle, they lost a player to the side of Envy, but Baba did see the team rotate out of this building and is just being careful enough to try and spot if you can see any other player just staying behind. But on the other side, TUF, they are going to get out of this position. Terminator is the man in here, and he has moved away from his team. His team is going to follow up soon. But look at this. As we check out the view from GH emerge, in the distance, you do see the players from the side of 247 Gaming. They are going to cause so much trouble for these guys, because GH, as we know, they like to go towards the Milta Power. And yesterday, we saw 247 contest that location as well. But today, they have gone towards Lipovka for themselves. And GH once again on towards Milta Power. So Moth, as he moves in, they know the drop locations, and the person was sent there just as a scout. He is just going to look for information and try and see if he can spot the players from the side of Gaming Hub squad, and then they would engage in the fights. And as I say that, the fight has already been started.
The fight has started out there, and this can look really bad for GH, as they are going to be losing one player. Merge has been taken down by 247 Gaming. So 247 Gaming has had 2 kills right now of the 3 players that have been taken down right now. So 2 kills are already in 247's bag, if you would like to say that. And let's see how much more can they just take it out. And FS taking a fight with Envy right now, as Envy's Absol was the first player who started off the fights quite a while back. They took down one from FS. And now Envy Psych has been taken on by FS Baba. So FS and Envy are also in a big fight right now. Psych has been taken down, so 3 players from both the squads is what is going to be remaining right now for the next fights to actually happen. And we'll see how the fights actually go, as FS, they're looking really good in these houses areas. For now, they'll be having good amount of houses for the covers, if not for the fights, and if not for the loots and all those things. So say they can sit here for a while. They can just, if you want to say it like that, they can just chill here for a while.
Yeah.
And after that, obviously they'll have to move in from these areas, from these directions. And Gaming Up, now the circle is not on them. They need to move in. Obviously the first circle, the chip damage will be out there, but then they need to move in. Not to be wasting a lot of time right now. They have a US, they have buggies and all. So let's just see when they just start off with their movements.
Yeah, we have to see because the blue zone is closing in now. And as we have talked about this multiple number of times, the first blue zone is going to dish out chip damage. But that damage can help out your teammates finish you off a little bit earlier than you're supposed to die. So that is going to give them an advantage in a fight, and you need to make sure that you are always the one with the advantage in the fight. So rotating early, prioritizing the control or the rotation towards the play zone is it always has to be your first priority inside the game. Portal eSports right now and DFUZe as well on the military base side and Portal on the military side are already moving towards the zone. DFUZe have started their movement now. They will rotate from the Novo Island, and they will be coming into contact with the side of LOU eSports as they are camping the Novo bridge right now. But even LOU will be forced to rotate in towards the play zone as the blue zone is already on their direction. And Bablu, after that weird sort of a drop, they have sort of taken control of the northern Georgiopol city on the other side of the river. And the team is once again grouped up together like it should be. But still, 60 teams, 60 players in the game still alive, 16 teams still in there. And so that just means a lot of kills can still be accumulated by a lot of teams. And here we see DFUZe on our screens on towards trying to get out of the Novo Island right now. But how are they going to do it? Because on the other side, there is a team already waiting for them. Okay, they have already made it to the main island, and now they are taking the beach route towards the play zone.
Look at the circle. Look at the circle. The airdrop is right in Georgiopol. If we could just see that right now, what airdrop actually has in itself, because the first airdrop is arriving and it is in the Georgiopol. That means Bablu is going to be out there, obviously really close. And DFUZe insane, almost making it to the circle. Otherwise, he would have been taken down. Has a level 3 helmet, level 2 vest for himself. Will be popping up a first aid right now, and yes, is going for it. It's a really good thing. 10 minutes about to be into the game. The first airdrop right next to the one of the main towers out there has a Groza and an extended quick draw mag for the snipers out with this one. Level 3 helmet vest and obviously the level 3 backpack that's going to be out there. So far, I mean, airdrop loot is going to be a good loot, but no one is out there in the Georgiopol area for now. So far, Georgiopol's airdrop is empty, calling everyone towards itself.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be calling everyone towards it. And the teams, the 3 teams that were in there have already abandoned the location. Hellraisers have already moved on towards the Everest location. And look at this, TUF, they are going to be contested by the team of RNG, but Sketch is going to be taken down by TUF Thor, and that is just going to put this challenge at a halt. 3 versus 4 situation, can they come out on top? The advantage for them is going to be the fact that 2 of the players from the side of TUF were outside these compounds and they were not in the building. They have just now made their way in, and RNG can still go for this one as Aladdin is going to be spotted out, but the 3 players in front of Thor. It is going to be a 3 versus 1 situation. Can he take this one? Hamza is in there as well, and Sketch is just going to be finished off. RNG already losing out on one of their teammates. Thor cooking up that nade. If anyone sticks around, they are going to be taken out, but all of them just step back, let the nade pop, and then they will wait for the moment. But 3 versus 4 situation once again, and can they take this hospital fight and come out on top?
Numbers advantage coming in, but then see, the thing is, TUF has 2 players in the building, the other 2 players are on the outside, so obviously the numbers advantage is with RNG. If you're talking about this fight in the house fight, as Aladdin is moving forward and Aladdin can spot the players. Hamza is also out here as well. Venom is on the upward side. Now they have a perfect backup as from behind Terminator was arriving. Edgar as well. They're going to go to the hill location on the other side so that they can spot the players. I think this is a really good fielding by the players of TUF right now. As Venom is on the upward side, Thor is on one side, so if the players of RNG would like to go there, they'll be out in the open, and Terminator and Edgar can just take them out in the space. But for now, Aladdin and all, they'll be just out there. Bablu is making up their mark, so let's just see what happens out in this one, because they have taken out the first plan. Look at this, Bablu moving in forward. This is the Bablu that we know, this is the Bablu that we love, as they are moving forward from behind. Bablu, Pikachu will be taken down and he will be finished. This was actually a mistake out in this one. Tyrant is low on health already, Bablu just lost one of their players.
They lost two. Danny was finished off as well. And that, as you said, might have been a mistake. And as I said earlier, Hellraisers is one of those teams that can actually go toe-to-toe with Bablu. And the situation did not work out for them. But on the other side, Ghost and Tyrant still alive. And we know this team. We know these players. Even with two players, they can wreak havoc. Ghost using the ridge as a cover is going to drive towards his teammate. And now I think Ghost and Tyrant are just going to look to avoid this fight, disengage, and run away from the situation because they want to survive to the later stages. They need those points to get into the top 16. That has to be the priority. Otherwise, I think it has to be a huge upset for everyone if Bablu does not make it into the semifinals. But on the other side, hello eSports, they engage in on the players from DFUZe, and H2E is going up against GH Gaming Hub. They are going to be in trouble, and there has a cluster of teams has formed towards the northern side of the Pochinki city. Ghost takes a lot of damage from the spray. The knock is going to come in, and HR Snaker is the man dishing out all the damage, and the finish is going to come in as well, as Tyrant from the side of Bablu is going to be the only man left standing. But DFUZe versus LOU eSports, 2 versus 4 situation. Honey and Insane, can they take this one, as Razor with that barrel in his hand is looking to spot the player. He has spotted him. The damage is going to come in, the knock comes in, and the finish off is also going to be there. And DFUZe, they're going to be finished off from this game entirely, as Honey is also going to be taken down by LOU eSports.
DFUZe becomes the first team to get eliminated out of this one, and that was not Bablu. I mean, Bablu has just one player surviving. That should not have been the case. On the other hand, coming back to this hospital fight right now, we could just see that the players were trying to fight, and look at this, the sprays are still coming. Nexus is looking ready for a fight. Player goes down. FTFxOXY bites the dust out in that one. Aladdin takes on Venom as well, as the hospital fight was happening out in that area. Look at this, Tyrant will be sitting out in there. The IGL from Bablu is left all alone right now. Does not have a team, but does has his skills for himself. He is really close to R3D right now. The broken castle of the ruins area is where R3D is, and Tyrant is also right really close to them. Tyrant is still trying to take the fight, still trying to take down the players right now if he can, and was going really good for him. And on the other hand, Lala just takes down the player, and Lala just finishes him out. Walker has taken out the kill of FTF. Lala out there. Rams is going to be on one side. Charlie as well from FTF. They'll have to move into the other directions. Tyrant has a vehicle for himself, is properly inside the circle right now, but for how long, that is going to be like one of the questions for now that we will be needing the answers to. H2E on the other hand, as you can see, H2E Dread takes down Rams as well. Charlie left all alone. The shots are being fired. Can Charlie survive? For how long will Charlie be surviving right now is going to be one of the questions, as Dread is still trying to spot the players out there. And one more shot, and FTF makes their exit from this server.
Yeah, FTF gonna be the second team being eliminated, as the situation was quite dire for them. And once again, so TUF are gonna be in trouble on the hospital fight, but it is gonna be a back and forth trade, as Nightmare is gonna be taken down. Edgar falls down, and JD, the last man for TUF, is gonna be taken down, and ROG is gonna be the team that comes out on top from that one. So TUF already in a tough situation. We're dealing with RNG, and then it's gonna be ROG that they have to deal with, which is gonna be the team that gets the elimination on them. But Envy on our screens right now have lost one player in the early game, as Psych was taken down. But now Absol with his mini 14, the man is a monster. We have seen him rule the kill feeds, but look at the circle. It is going to be a ruined circle, and the teams in there are going to have an advantage. RNG also taking an early exit, as Nexus are going to blow up the vehicle, and Hamzo is going to be the last man to die.
Where will Envy be at the end of the day? We'll have to see. They lost one player, but then they have 2 kills for themselves. Look at that shot, just moving in, going in forward. Just going to want to be looting the crate right now. Has a level 3 backpack for himself. That means much more loot can be accumulated in that one. We'll see if we can just go for it or not. Ruined circle out this one. Light goes down. There's H2E. They spot Envy's light, and Envy is about on the verge of losing one more player. What's going to happen out in that one? We will have to see. Deadshot has an M4. Wants to spot the players. HRs 2, 3, 4 players just out in this area. Obviously they'll be sitting really good inside the circle right now. They have the circle for themselves. They have a good house for their cover right now. They'll be having some vehicles to move in on the other areas as well. But one thing is that Bablu's single player, solo player Tyrant is still surviving. No one is going to be coming out in that area. Can they pull off a crucial 1v4s or something that are needed for the kill count? If anything, that just happens out. But then there's a squad really close to the squads of Envy. as Deadshot is trying to spot some players. He spots one. Some shots were given as Old Boy taking some of the shots. Abood goes down from LOU. HR is taking up their fights on those areas. The players, the areas that we are talking about. Razor has been taken down as well. Deadshot is taking a solo versus squad fight right now. Where is his teammates is going to be one of the questions, as ROG is still out there in the fight. Deadshot has taken a lot of damage right now. He'll be popping up a first aid, but the major thing is he should be moving back as soon as he can.
Yeah, he needs to move back now and regroup with his team, but ROG Titanium, he's going to manage to catch the players off guard, and the shots being fired towards LOU Esports is going to put them in so much trouble. And look at this. This is what you were talking about, Ocean. Deadshot is in such a bad situation, gets in the car, but can he pull back comfortably? As ROG, they were charging in on LOU Esports, goes to good enough. JD down, and the finish is going to be there as well, but one player has the backs. Titanium, the man who got towards the backline, is going to be taken down as well, as Nightmare is going to be the only man left standing, using the US as cover. Gaming have taken exit in the meanwhile, and Rogue Nation, they are going to be finished off by the side of LOU Esports, as well as they try to rush in towards a fight against a team that already had all the cover set up for them, and the split just working out for Phobia and Ghost.
Exactly. LOU has 7 kills for themselves. They've lost 2 players, but then they are looking good for all the fights. On the other hand, Nexus is hung takedown R3D's Anubis on his eyesights, and 247's Najib takes down Envy's Ab Shot. That was impressive from this guy, just going with that M4 4x spray, just using his guns out there. But the kill has been stolen by FS Baba. No one was ready for it, but then look at this. 247 just moving on in with Deadshot. One player surviving right in front of 4 players. One grenade takes on Envy's Light as well. Envy Light gets finished out there by 247 Punjabi. So 247, they will be in a good position right now. They have lost, like, one of the players has been taken up. But Envy Light also Envy Deadshot also goes down as Envy exits on the 10th position. 9 teams remaining. Bablu still surviving in the game. 247 Gaming outside the circle right now, but still has a lot of players for themselves. 5th circle, ladies and gentlemen. Players need to prioritize the zone right now, because after 40 seconds, this will be the 6th circle, and the damage will be more than catastrophic. Portal Esports, 4 players surviving, but 0 kills right now. R3D, 4 players, 1 kill. HR, 4 players, 3 kills for themselves. H2E as well, the same position that we were talking about. 247. Moth is actually, he needs a revive, and he'll be revived really soon, if I'm not wrong. And yes, he gets a revive. Will be popping up a first aid. 247 with all 4 players surviving right now have 5 kills. I think this can be 247's game, if anything.
Yeah, this can definitely be their game, but we will still have to see, are they going to be able to stand up, stand strong till the end, or are they just going to go down? Because it has happened multiple times as well. Teams with all 4 players are just taken down because of one silly mistake, one silly split coming in, and they need to stick together if they want to get the chicken dinner in this one, as the blue zone is coming in slowly and steadily, and it will make contact with the play zone at any given moment, giving us the 6th circle of this game. Where is that going to be? In the meanwhile, H2E, they're going to blow up the players from the side of R3D, and that is just going to be horrible for them, as Anubis is going to come in with the trade, but Anubis is going to be taken down as well, and R3D, Anubis is going to be finished off. Walker is the only man left standing, and he has knocked down a few of the players from the side of H2E himself. The fight happening in the ruins, and Walker sitting at 50% health. He needs to heal up. He has the first aid. His armor and his helmet have taken no damage at all. 3 first aids on him, a lot of bandages, a lot of painkillers and energy drinks as well. But old boy, he stands up on his feet, and Bablu Tyrant is coming in from behind. He can actually steal the kill and capture some of those crucial points for himself as well. But Bablu, they have to be careful. Tyrant needs to be really careful, because if he engages in a bad fight, that's just going to be his team eliminated early on. But 247, they take on the players from the side of H2E.
Portal Esports Khan had used an AWM to take down one player from 247 as well. On one side, H2's failure goes down as R3D Walker joins the party right now. PES Vegeta takes on 247 Naji once again, and Red has been taken on. Look at this. Punjabi, he was spotting the players in an incredible way out there. He spotted Old Boy, and the shots did not connect. So that was just out there, and Old Boy would like to move away from the direction right now. 247 Punjabi once again just trying to go into the other direction. They are going to go But then Moth, he has been pinned down. He is pinned down right now. He'll be taken down out there by H2E's Old Boy. But Play Zone takes down Old Boy as well. Punjabi, will he be giving up a cover? I don't think so. Will he be giving up a revive? I don't think so, because zone prioritization will be an important one. And Old Boy has been taken down by Punjabi. The kill being stolen out there from the Play Zone. The Play Zone was the one that knocked out, and Punjabi just stole the kill from Play Zone. But look at this. Vegeta, he has spotted one of the players. He knows that there is one player. He's trying to take up the shots, but the shots are not landing in the right direction. GamerX, the zone is doing the damage right now to him as well. But on the other side, it is 247 that is wreaking havoc out in this area.
Yeah, 247 is wreaking havoc. They have gotten a lot of kills as well, but Najib's kill is going to be confirmed by Vegeta from the side of Portal Esports, and Khan, the man with the AWM in his hands. Can he make something happen? H2E is going to take an exit from this game. Down to the top 8 teams in here, 21 players in still in this game, all alive, and this is what I was talking about. One silly mistake is going to result in you losing a lot of players. 247 sitting on 2 players right now, and the players from the side of Nexus actually charge in on the players of Hellraisers. Adnan, just firing all those shots inside the wall, goes for a reload as Hunk charges and finish him off. But Somi from the side of Hellraisers is going to come in. Snaker is going to come in, and Snaker goes on a domination as players from the side of Nexus are going to fall left and right. LOU Esports in the meanwhile take an exit from the game with 7 kills coming in. Nexus Esports, Wolf is the only man left standing, and if he goes down, that's going to be the exit. But Snaker is going to drop down. Trinda comes in from behind, gets the kill, and Nexus is going to be eliminated. And now the revive for the players from that team is definitely going to come in. Hellraisers will be there with 3 players still alive, and Team Bablu is going to take an exit on the 6th position as Tyrant, the only man surviving, will be finished off.
Now it's 5 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. The fights are still happening. PES Khan has the AWM. Can he actually pop the heads? That is one thing that is needed. 247 is not inside the circle. Obviously, it will be a bad thing from for their players right now, because they have to get inside the circle as soon as they can. Portal Esports is looking really, really good. Now with the fights, they have all the fights controlled with themselves. Freestyle is also out there. HR, 247, R3D. What's going to happen? 247 exits the stage as PES's Khan just takes down Punjabi with the one final shot that just actually confirms their exit. 4 teams remaining, 11 players surviving. FS, HR, R3D and Portal. Which team is going to come up in the top? That is going to be one of the questions, as the 6th circle is coming in really, really slowly right now.
Yeah, and this circle is going to dish out a lot of damage. But Portal Esports right now, as you can see on the forecast of the winner chicken dinner, they are sitting at the highest probability to get a chicken dinner in this game. And as you was talking about 247 Gaming, all 4 players were there. They had good positions, but again, rushing out in the open is what got them killed. And now we are down to these 4 incredible teams: Portal Esports, Freestyle, Team Hellraisers, and R3D Esports. And the airdrop is there. Vegeta is going to pick this up. The AUG, the 4X, the new level 3 armor, helmet, and the backpack are going to be there. I think he already has a backpack. He has a level 2 backpack. So yeah, the backpack is going to work for him as well.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but renewing the armor and the helmet has to be the priority, plus picking up the AUG also. But the teams are quite close. Hellraisers has the control of the compound, but Freestyle is there out in the open, and Hellraisers are the only team that are in the compound as well. Ooh, the nade is going to drop down Walker from Nocto from Portal Esports. He's going to become the Grenadier, and that team is just going to be out of this game.
Oh, look at this. PES Khan has the players in his line of fire right now. FS is going to be in the back to FS Malik, just taking up a fight with HR. This will be a bad thing, as HR and FS will be the fight, and FS is taking fight from 2 different teams. FS can be easily eliminated. 1 HP on him, 1 HP on him, 1 HP on Trinda. Still takes down players, and this is going to be something. PES with all the players surviving, and that's how we do. I mean, PS can just move in. They can charge in. The win is theirs. The win will be theirs. As Trinda, he has just 10 HP on him. Will be reviving. Will be popping up the first aid. And if anything, 4 players from PES can easily win this one. This can be Portal Esports' game right now. They can just surround them. Somi has been revived but has not put up first aid right now. Trinda is out there. Trinda is surviving. Trinda is looking really, really good in the fights right now. But can they pull up a 1v4 or a 2v4? What's going to be needed out here? Somi still popping up a first aid, if I'm not wrong. And first aid is out there. Look at this. Look at the smokes. Look at the smokes cloud that they have just formed for themselves. This is not just a smokes cloud. This is a cloud 9 out here. What they have for themselves. Because look at the amount of clouds. That is just more than interesting. But can this save them or not? That's going to be the question. PES, they know the location. They know that exactly where the players might be. The Molotovs are kicking in. But can this do anything? Energy drink being drunk by PES. Vegeta right now does not need it because they have the players' advantage out there. And look at that. Look at that. The players just running in from one direction, just climbing up the areas. One thing that they need. Look at Wolverine. He is actually a Spider-Man right now, not Wolverine, if anything. Zoe and Trina still sitting out there. Can these four players take the game, or will it be an overconfident win out there? Zoe with a grenade. We're spotted out there, but the grenade goes out. Grenade almost did not do any damage because it was on the underside. And now they exactly know the location. Wolverine has taken some shots. Now they can even throw a grenade out in this one. That will just force the players to come out. PES Khan has been spotted. Khan goes down. One player goes down. Somi on the other hand. One more player goes down. 1 versus 3 fight. And Trina is on low HP. Cannot do anything. And PES actually has the win in their hands. Team HR gets eliminated on the second with 9 kills.
They had 9 kills, and Portal Esports, an amazing performance. But as you were saying, they could have ended this one a lot sooner. They could have gone in for the rush. But I like the fact that they paid respect to the enemy team. They were like, yeah, these are T1 players. These are Tier 1 players. And they have a lot of skills in them. So a 2 versus 4 can be closed out. And then they decided to be safe. Got a knock, and then they rushed in.
Exactly.
So that is a good thing. But getting a chicken dinner in the first game, an amazing performance. Also, as I was saying earlier, HR wasn't performing, but in this game, they got a lot of points for themselves. Let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see which player from Portal Esports actually did a lot of work. It is going to be Vegeta. The man always goes Super Saiyan. 3 kills, 377 damage, and 10 kilometers traveled.
10 kilometers. That's a lot. I mean, talking about just one player, 25 minutes of survival time, obviously, from this guy. But then Vegeta actually, he did one impressive thing, that is, just bringing out the crucial kills for the team whenever those were needed. Obviously, finishing out the last player as well. And Wolverine was on the top edge of the house in the last game, and they were trying to take down HR. And HR, I mean, Adnan was taken out. Otherwise, it would have been a really different story. But on the other hand, I mean, Somi and Trina, 2 players that were surviving out there. One player goes down, the other ones were still fighting. Trina was still fighting with those 10 HP. That shows an impressive survival spirit that they had out there. But then obviously, the game still works on the survival of the fittest, and Portal Esports had that.
Yeah, they were the fittest in there, but let's look at the other fit players as well and look at the top 5 players from this game. It's going to be Punjabi from 247 Gaming on the first position, 4 kills, 430 damage. HR Hellraiser Snaker on the second with 3 kills, 861 damage. Hellraiser Strinda is going to be on the third with 3 kills, 415 damage. Hellraiser Somi is going to be on the fourth with 3 kills, 396 damage. And Portal Esports Vegeta is going to be on the fifth with 3 kills, 377 damage.
Yeah, I mean, so far, these were all the players and everything that they had, the top 5 in the damage and all the stats. But after these players and all, we go for the stats of the teams and all. So I would like to see Team Bubble, if I remember correctly, they were finished on the 6th position, but had 0 kills. So that can just lead them on the downwards chart or something. On the other hand, 247, they had a really good amount of kills for themselves, but still they managed in top 4. They can come to the 3rd position as well if it just comes, because FS was coming for the fights, but FS was taken out and all those things. So let's just have a look at the standings overall, where it is going to be keeping all the players and all. See, exactly. Portal Esports was out there winning this game, so 27 points for them. It was on the first position. HR on the second. 247 Gaming, they jumped in a big distance right now, and R3D went really down. Look at this thing. R3D has 8 placement points, but still they are on the 8th position. That is so low from them. LOU Esports is out there on the 5th, Team H3 on the 6th, Nexus on the 7th. R3D it's a weird one for me.
Yeah, it is definitely a weird one coming in from their side. But let us move on to the next set of standings and see how the other teams are doing over there. Rogue Nation is going to be on the 9th just because they had a lot of kills for themselves. 5 kills for Rogue Nation, and Bablu moved down to the 10th position with just 6 points on them. Envy is going to be on the 11th, RNG on the 12th, Team TUF on the 13th. Gaming Hub also dropped down in the performance standings on the 14th position for now. And FTFxEsports on the 15th, Diffuse on the 16th. So FTF and Diffuse, nothing seems to work out for these guys for now. They need to step up big time because they are the same 2 teams that are sitting in the bottom 2.
Exactly, and Diffuse is actually the last team in the overall standing, so they kind of need to step up everything. Team Envy's elimination was also a big shock. I mean, Envy
Yeah.
was taking really good fights,
And RNG as well.
exactly, RNG as well, Envy RNG. They were taking really good fights when the fights were coming. Envy did also put up one person. Absa was taken down as well. Absa took an interesting fight with FS's Fudrutsu taking him down in the early stages and all those things. Let's just have a look at the overall standing and let's see where it is going to be keeping all the teams. Overall, as obviously for the first, second, and third, they won't be going anywhere right now. I mean, NortheSports can lose their third throne once Portal Esports plays the other game, and if they have the same kind of performance, obviously it's gonna be a game changer. Team Envy on the 5th, TeamvfxOXY on the 6th, Arkadians on the 7th, and 247 Gaming. They had a really good run, so let's see where they actually come up at the end of the day. So 247 was out there on the 8th position. But then moving on for the next set, Freestyle will be on the 9th, H2E on the 10th, LOU Esports on the 11th. So 9th and 11th, they've had a good push upwards. Gaming Out on the 12th and F2D on the 13th, they have dropped down a bit. HR on the 14th has had a big push. 2X officials and Team TUF, they have actually taken a D lead, if anything, on the 15th and 16th. But then moving on, there are still some clouds over the names of the big teams that we're going to talk about from 17th to 24. So moving on to those teams, because I'll be seeing, yes, exactly, we'll be seeing Nexus team out here, RNG here, Team Bublu here, Team Aqua, Rogue Nation, R3D, FTF, and DFUZeOfficials out in this one. So DFUZeOfficials and FTF, they've had a terrible first game, just like we were talking about it. R3D, they have jumped a bit, but then still they kind of need to jump a lot right now.
Yeah, they need to make a jump for themselves as well, and all these are good teams as well. Nexus, RNG, Bablu, somehow from that last game, one of the teams actually managed to make an escape, but the other teams are still sticking around in this sort of last set of 8 teams, and you do not want that. You want to make it to the final so you can compete for that slot in the World League, and that has to be the step. But this was just the first game. We still have 3 more to go, and if one of these teams actually manages to get 3 chicken dinners or 3 matches with like 25 points coming in from each game, that is going to be such a big boost to move them into the top 16, and I think it is going to move them into the top 12 or the top 11 somehow, and then they can actually look to secure that spot in the top 16 for the finales. And that I think, because today it's going to be the first round robin coming to an end, first set of 8 games coming to an end, and 3 more games to go for today. The next one is going to be Sanhok, but that is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. My name is Erangel. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma.
And I want to sneeze right now so bad for some reason, but still, never mind. Coming back to the game, number 2, that's going to be, 1 second, that's going to be the game of Sanhok, if anything. Yeah, and we'll like to see like where the plane path and all those things go, because see, the thing that happens is Erangel was a really good game for Portal eSports, if you have to say, because the thing was 4 players were alive. They could take that 4 versus 2 fight and all those things. But then, coming back to Sanhok, the thing is, stop laughing. The thing is that what if Portal eSports, if not because the map is smaller, what if they don't have those early fights and all in the favor and they lose the fights? Even if they don't lose the fights, they lose the players, and that just goes away from them. It takes the win away from them this time, because Hellraisers were at the second because they had 2 players. What if Hellraisers have 4 players? What if Bablu has all the players?
Anything can happen on the map of Sanhok, and anything can change, because this is going to be a new game and this is going to be live right now, as the trajectory is on our screen, starting from the Camp Alpha Island going all the way towards Lakavi. So Camp Alpha, Hathin, Boot Camp Paradise Resort, Tatmong, Camp Bravo, Bhan, Query, Painan, Ruins, Tambang, all of those locations are going to be available. And since the map is so small, you can actually glide over towards the longer rotations, as well as if you want to go towards Nakham, Shami, you want to go towards Kampong. Kampong is quite close, but if you want to go towards Dock, because we did see a couple of days ago teams heading over there.
Yeah, and Envy, if you see, they are going to the Ruins area, if anything, and there's one more team that's going out there. That's going to be ROG, Rogue Nation, if anything, and they are going to the Nakham area. That seems like a really good strategy. And Nexus is going to the boot camp and will be uncontested. PES on the drop of Paradise Resort, uncontested out there. Bablu in the Painans area, uncontested out there. And HR to their cave, surroundings uncontested. The zone is on the right hand side. That means no Camp Alpha, no Ruins, all those teams. They'll have to rotate in the area of Query or something if the circle just goes to there. But then no one's is in Lakavi, Kampong and Docks. That means there's those areas will be just left empty for now.
Yeah, those areas will be left empty for now, and those areas can actually give the teams a good advantage, because water rotations, water locations, and you will just have to fight from one direction. So that can actually put you at an advantage in certain situations. But DFUZ landing towards the Camp Bravo area, and they have the squad of TUF right behind them, so they are choosing to just pick up whatever weapon they can, whatever one gun or backpack, whatever they can find, and get out of there as fast as they can. This can be a good decision from their side, as engaging in early fights is going to be quite risky, and you do not want to do that. Prioritizing the location is going to be the priority this time.
Exactly, that's going to be the thing that, I mean, you need to prioritize your different locations. You can prioritize either the fights or the locations, but now the players don't have either the vests, or some just have the helmet, some don't have the helmet as well. So they need to change everything for themselves. And TUF, they are looking really good in their area for where they are right now, because DFUZ just went away from this location and or something. FS is out there in the Hathin area. They can go from the northern rotation, but R3D will be waiting, might be waiting, or if not, then RNG will be waiting for themselves. So we'll see what just happens out in that one. 247 alongside FTF on the northern area. So I mean, fights might happen, might not happen, but then we'll have to wait for it for now.
Yeah, they will definitely have to wait for it, and we will have to wait for it as well, as now the teams will look to be safe. But look at this, FTF in an early engagement against the players from the side of 247. They have spotted these guys out, but the shots have still not been fired. They are still looking to be safe, still looking for information on towards the Mongnai area. And once again, Charlie and Rams are the 2 people engaging, and Rams is going to be spotted out as he takes a lot of damage, and the knock is going to come in. Punjabi actually gets the finish on Rams, and that is just going to leave the 3 players of FTF standing, but they are going to be in a 3 versus 4 situation now, as Charlie steps up, looks to spot out Punjabi, but the shots will not connect as he finds cover for himself quickly. And the players from the side of 247, they are moving towards the players of FTF, who are going to be in trouble. Lala is hiding in that compound, in that small hut, and Charlie is going to take some cover as well, but Charlie is falling back slowly and steadily. Lala is still waiting. He is still standing. He can be in a 1 versus 4 situation. situation as Basim has moved towards the backlines and is going to look to take that long-range engagement. Lala still lying in that hut, and I think he's going to be taken down as Moth is going to drop Charlie, and Charlie's going to be knocked out. I think the finish is going to be an easy one as well, as 247, they did not check that hut. They did not check that hut. That's going to be lucky for Lala. He still survived. They move away from
Oh my
him.
god, they did not check that area. That was really different, but now Lala is in the open. Lala is in the open. Now they know it. Lala will be taken down, and 247. Oh my god, FTFxEsports just exit out. But what just happened out in that one?
Why did Lala move then? He was so lucky. So, like, they did not check him. He was just safe over there, and then he decided to move, and then he got killed off.
He was like, all right, you can kill my teammates. I'm not gonna make any move. But then he was like, no, I should make a move right now. You can kill me as well. That was just a strategy that was not even a strategy that just happened out there. So, I mean, 247 now they have all the kills of FTFxEsports. FTFxEsports has made an exit from the server right now in the earlier stages, and now just the thing that we were talking about, FTF and DFUZe, they are on the lower ends of the overall standings, so they should be changing something. And now FTF, this is a high time that they need to change something, if not everything, in their strategies. And also, we'll see how they just do it, how they go for it, and what just happens. But for now, this was your circle. You could see the teams and everything, and where the players were. And we still have 39 seconds for the circle to come in. And you can see the players on the left-hand side of the circle, of the zone right now, of the map right now, will have to move in. The first airdrop is a complete package. It has an AWM and an 8-time scope for the players.
No T's coming in this time. No T's. You get an AWM, you get an 8x, you get the armor, you get the helmet, and everything is going to be perfect, and the world is going to be a peaceful place again. But
Nope.
definitely not on Sanhok. Definitely not this time, because teams will be looking to wipe out each other, as the first team has already taken an exit, and 247 are starting this game with a good momentum for themselves. But can they keep this going on? Because even in the last game, even on Erangel, they had the kills for them, but still, one silly decision resulted in them being wiped out. One bad rotation being made from their side in towards the ruins area, and they were just taken out of the game. Now they are slowly and steadily moving towards the location of DFUZe, and DFUZe have already regrouped amongst themselves. It's going to be Biswa, Honey, Insane, and Ronnie all together in these huts, and you do see 247 quite close. So on the right edge of the map, you see the edges of the circles of the players from the side of DFUZe, and I think the information is going to be given away as the players have been spotted by Ronnie. Gaming is moving forward, and Punjabi, as he came out of the hut, as he came out in the open, I think he was spotted.
He was spotted probably, but then for now, the thing is that they know that they are being cornered by each and every side out there. 247, they have had 4 kills. Can they make it 8? DFUZe is out there, and they are going for, knowingly or unknowingly, they are going for the weakest teams out there right now, and that can be a really good strategy, if anything, knowingly or unknowingly, just like I said, because they obviously they won't be knowing before the kill feed just runs in that which team it is, but. It's kind of, you can call it the kismet or anything, that they are going for the weakest teams, and obviously will be winning up the fights in this one. Gaming, look at this. Gaming has a grenade in his hand. He's going with a grenade right now. All of a sudden, just switching up to the grenade, and will be throwing a grenade fairly close to Ronnie, but the grenade just bounces away from him. S2's Game Rex has been taken down. On the other hand, S2 failure as well. Old boy as well. S2 was taking up an incredible fight, and Gaming Hub's players are going to be taking a fight against Exodus as well. As you can see, the players from Exodus are just sitting out there. They'll be taken out. Gaming Up once again just moving in, and Team H2E also gets eliminated out in their own fight. And Gaming Up is looking really good, as the numbers advantage is right in front of their favor. Nexus's players is out in that area, and one grenade, one Molotov. Molotov is on him. Molotov is on Adil. Adil is burning out there. Adil is burning, and he will have to go back to save himself right now. But Taha is also on low HP, as one of the players have also been finished. Emerge goes down. KMD has to move in forward really quick, really fast, has to move right now, so that he can spot the players out in that one. Adil, will he be giving a revive, or will he be going? I don't think so. Might not get any chance right now. Taha is the lone survivor, has a full-ish HP right now. 75% is drinking up the energy drink, and on the other side, one of the teams might go down. Taha going in, charging in. Uzi got to charge in, and yes, he takes down Gaming Hub, and Nexus Taha actually wins this fight, but at the cost that he lost 3 players from his side.
Yeah, his entire team was taken out, and now here comes trouble. As the shots were fired, Bablu heard them, and now they are closing in. Danny is going for the jumps inside the water to get a faster movement. And Taha, can you take this one? Because this man is not going to stop. He is just going to run towards you face first.
There is a reason this guy always runs faster and away from his teammates, because he goes in, he charges in, goes for the entry frag, and he just takes a fight. That's why he is away. He is right in front of his team and just leading up the charge right now. Throws up a grenade. The grenade is not going to go there, but now Taha will have to see. His good days might be over really soon. He is rushing away. He is going away. Bablu Danny, he does not have the information, and Taha just might just skip this fight for now. He is going away much farther. Pikachu is still behind. Tyrant is out there. Tyrant is leading the charge now. He's leading the charge now, and Taha, he is just snaking. Will this snake bite them out? That is going to be one of the questions. The first circle is coming to a close right now. 9 minutes and 43 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. The circle is slowly and steadily coming to the close. You can see no team is outside the circle. Teams are fairly inside the circle right now. Cave area, Kampong area, Dockshire, those are fairly left out, such as boot camp as well. No one's in the boot camp right now. No one's in the Painan area. Painan is from where Bablu started, and now they rotated to the Paradise area. That's a really good rotation from this side.
Yeah, that is going to be a good rotation coming in, and this circle is going to allow all the teams the opportunity that they need to fight it out amongst themselves. Because usually, like, we were casting wild card earlier today, and you remember the circle on Sanhok. It was on the middle area of Painan and the Brit sort of a situation, and that was just complete chaos. But this time around, since it is on that bigger island, and it's on the main island as well, on land entirely, teams will have the opportunity to rotate. They will have the opportunity to choose which battles they pick and how they want to fight it out. But Freestyle up against the squad of ROG. Are they going to go for this fight? I think they are already charging in. But can they come out on top, as ROG already have control of the Paradise Resort for themselves? In Freestyle, they will be forced to move into these compounds and check every single location. The sound cues, if they are given away from the side of ROG, then they can figure out where exactly they are. FS Baba checking the corners right now, using the TPP for his advantage. Is going to move into one of these compounds and try and relocate and try and push towards the players from the side of ROG. Ashuf, he has been left on the outside, and this can be a good decision, but one of the players from the side of Freestyle has already taken a lot of damage, so the heal needs to come in first on Futuretsu before they charge in and take this fight.
Freestyle kind of needs to win this one. Previous game where they were so close and they were left out at the 3rd position. Obviously would like to go in all in this one, but now right now there's a zone 1 any part of the fight, as RNG Hamzo is on one side, Aladdin on the other, Sketch and Venom on their either side. So we'll have to see what happens, as Paradise's control is in the hands of RNG right now. Seems like a really good decision by these players, like just stepping up in one line, staying in one area, and just conquering all of the Paradise Resort. But the circle, I don't think so. The circle, as of now, the circle is on Paradise Resort, but for how long? If the circle actually goes for a downward shift, that will be the cue for the players to just move in away from this area right now. And talking about Paradise, it's a really good area if you want to loot, if you want to rotate for the early fights. But the final fights are the ones that actually just does not give enough and adequate cover to you, because those times are the ones when you get caught off in the rotations, because there are quite a lot of squads out in this area. So that's one thing the Paradise lacks. And look at this, M249 coming right in the hands of Bablu's squad. The airdrop is right so close to Bablu. Let's see if Bablu or LOU eSports, which team actually has their hands on in this weapon. And obviously the level 3 stuff that will be out in the open right now.
Yeah, it is going to be left out in the open, and we all know if a team like Bablu actually gets their hand on this, they are going to be pretty incredible. But let's look at the other teams as well for now, as PES have taken control of the center, and it is right in their faces, the airdrop. Look at this. Right in the hut across for them, but no one is going for it right now. And where is the man, the legend, Tyrant in this one? Sitting on the hut on the southern side of his teammates right now, as you can see on the minimap. But look at this, squad number 17 is present in the close proximity as well, so they need to be careful about that one.
That's just one player. Nexus is Taha just surviving out there. So he still needs to, he cannot make any movement, because if he does, if he makes a movement, that is just going to allow 4 deadly players to just, just fight it. 4 horsemen, if you will say it like that, to fight it out. Talking about 4 horsemen, just, do you know today is Jensen Ackles' birthday? All right, so, and LOU Razor out here, LOU Ghost as well. They're just talking, all right, let's see what they are talking right now. They are not talking anything now.
You can make your own conversation about what the players are talking about.
We can make our own conversations about the stuff out there.
What did you have for dinner?
Painkillers. What about you? I
Nothing.
drank energy drinks, that's all. But then coming back to the fights out there, we're so lonely, trust me. But then coming back to the fights, you can see the circle out there on the Paradise area still, and the Query Bhan areas as well. Query is where the circle has just left its mark right now. So Bablu will be at the edge of the zone right now. You can see Bablu Ghost is right in front of LOU Ghost. Which Ghost is going to take? Which Ghost is going to be one of my questions? As LOU Ghost, he has spotted Bablu Ghost. The damage has been done. The damage has been done on Tyrant as well, as both the players have dropped to a bit low HP. Tyrant is still out there on the 75 HP mark, but then Ghost is out there on this 50 HP. Now they know that their location has also been compromised. Would like to rotate into the other area so that they can take a better view and probably can take up a better fight. But from where they are going, HR might just welcome them with open hands and open guns for Blazement.
Yeah, I think open guns is a really good phrase for them, but we still have to see. So they are being really careful today as well, just like yesterday, playing on the outsides of the edge. And I think, Bablu, they have realized that this is high time that they go for the placement points and do not go for unnecessary fights right now. Because playing on the outer side of the edge and moving in with the blue zone, moving in with the play zone is the safer play over here. And LOU eSports, Azure is going to, Razor is going to drop a smoke to cover himself, as one of his teammates was taken down a little bit earlier, and Hellraiser's Trenda has spotted them out. So Hellraiser, this was the team that wiped out 3 of the players from the side of Bablu in the last game, and Razor has been spotted out, and the spray is going to connect as Trenda is going to drop down Razor and knock him down, and the finish is also going to come in soon. But Razor now covered up by the smoke. He tried to run away and was taken down, but now out in the open. Is he going to get finished? No! Some of the spray is going to connect, but the kill is going to be stolen by the player from the side of ROG.
No one thought about it, but yeah, it has been stolen. You cannot do anything about it. So now the thing is, this is gonna be one thing. Now LOU needs to think that there are 2 squads on either side. They were thinking that it was just 1 squad, but now they'll have to be extra careful. Like HR on one side, ROG on the other side. If not the whole squad, then the Doc is still sitting out there to take the kills for themselves or anything. So we'll see what happens out in the fights and all those scenarios right now. But LOU Abud has a one helmet for himself, but then that's not going to be much of a problem right now. The thing is, all right, Bablu Ghost, coming back to this guy, has QBZ, has a QBU, obviously 20 bullets in that, level 3 helmet, level 2 S, does not have a full medkit or an adrenaline, but still is good with all the loot for him. So has 6x scope as well on his M4 for the long to mid-range sprays and all. Let's see if he just spots some player or something. 247 on the other hand, they've lost 2 players. All right, but still 2 other players are surviving. So they have 4 kills for themselves. 1 kill from Najib, 2 kills from Moth, and 1 kill from the other guy. Any of the other players who have been taken down right now. But apart from that, the fight spirit is not still lost. Look at this as well. Bablu Ghost has spotted a pixel of the players on that area from LOU's players side, but is still ready to take the fight, still ready to take the shot, still ready for each and everything out there as he can. 247 on the other hand, they are outside the circle. They are not being phased by it, as HR can actually be the reason for 247 to go down, as Snaker is on that sniper-ish tower, whatever you want to call that. What do you call that actually? The mini sniper tower where Bablu gets his.
That's a lookout spot.
Yeah, that lookout spot, exactly. So now HR's players out in that lookout spot area, and 247 Najib, he has to get inside the circle. He will be in a bit of trouble right now. The team that was doing a really good performance till now has had 4 kills. Previous game they were in top 5. Yeah. Now they are in a bad spot for now.
Yeah, they are going to be in a bad spot and a bad situation as well. But Najib, he has to be careful as the damage was given out to him. And on the other side, look at this. R3D is going to be in trouble as Freestyle comes in on them and drops down 2 players. Futuretsu is going to be finished off as well from the side of Freestyle. He got the kill on Anubis, but now he's going to end up losing his life. But look at this. Bablu Ghost, he is up close and personal with the players from side of Portal Esports. And now they need to be careful as well as Ghost is going to be taken down from under the hut. The kill can be confirmed as well. Danny needs to smoke it off, but no, too late, and Ghost is going to be finished. Bablu already losing 1 player, being a little bit too aggressive, and this is something that you need to be careful about on Sanhok specifically, because the huts, the bottom side is open.
Yeah, and now the fight comes in on Bablu and PES. Obviously, we'll like to see what happens. And on the back end of PES, there's one more squad. You can see the players were out there. And now the 4th circle closing in 250 meters for FS to get inside the circle. But then so is for R3D. So Lassie goes down with an incredible headshot. No time to revive. The revive actually comes in. That's just going to waste the time of the players that are outside the circle, as this is the 4th circle. Obviously, he's going to do a lot of damage. And on the other hand, Envy versus PES versus Bablu. Big names fighting out in this one as Bablu 9 takes on PES Wolverine. PES in a lot of trouble. And HR Trina takes the kill of PES Wolverine. That's just going to be a different level. Trina goes down. It's all 4 teams are fighting with each other. Oh my god, which team is going to come out at the top is going to be a big question. PES can't need to revive right now, but has been taken down. No time to revive to him as well. Envy Deadshot and Psych on one area. R3D Walker takes on FS Baba on from outside the circle, and Envy Psych is going to go for the grenade. Will this be a $1 million grenade from his side? Because if this grenade goes for the kills, it's going to be an impressive one. Does not hit anyone as of now, and Hamzo has been taken down by DFUZe's Bisma. Bablu takes up PES Khan, PES Vegeta as well as HR joins the party. So 5 teams are fighting each other. PES Nocto, the only survivor. Vegeta's kill gets confirmed as Bablu Dani was out there, and now Bablu all of a sudden has 4 kills.
Yeah, they have 4 kills for themselves, and the revenge for their teammate is definitely going to make them happy. But on the other side, this is going to be a sandwich situation for Nocto. Envy right behind him, Bablu right in front of him. Who is going to be the team that finish him out? But on the other side, DFUZe, they are going in on the players of side of RNG as Bablu goes charging in towards the last remaining player from the side of Portal Esports. Will they get the finish, or are they going to lose one of the players? The probability of that happening is actually quite low because it is the 1 versus 3 situation. But still, we have seen those amazing clutches come in, and if this team goes down in this manner, I think that is going to be an upset. Another upset as 247 Gaming is going to be taken out of this game quite early on, and RNG Sketch is taking a lot of damage. He did prone down and drops down to around 10% health. He needs to be really, really careful. He is being shot at from every single direction, and Envy Psych is going to be the man that knocks him out. Nocto still surviving as Envy have switched targets, and they are looking to fight the other players from the opposing teams. And Team RNG is going to be eliminated. That is also going to be a huge upset. As we were talking about during a pre-game, that team had amazing performance during the group stages.
Yeah, and look at the circle, ladies and gentlemen. Bhan area being out there in the circle. Next is Taha. Solo survivor not anymore goes down as HR actually have they are going for the rivals as well. And on the other hand, TUF Thor takes on ROG Titanium as well. Bablu still 3 players surviving, still going for the kills right now. The team is on. The team is looking really good. Nexus's team gets eliminated. Rogue Nation gets eliminated as well. 8 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. LOU is with 2 players. Abu is using some boosters for himself, if not bandaging, then so that he can take the fight to the next level. And Phobia is still out there trying to spot the players. On one side, HR Snaker is what he wants to spot, but HR Snaker is on the ridge cover. And look at this. Envy Deadshot taking up a fight outside the circle right now. The circle damage is chipping in, but it's one person that he needs to finish. Will he be able to do that as the player is out? Yes, he does. Moves inside the circle, finishes one, but Deadshot goes down as well. But the other player, if he goes down, if TUF just goes outside the circle, that's going to be the end of TUF. And yes, it was. TUF gets down by the play zone. The whole squad getting down by the play zone. That was more than something.
Yeah, that was more than something. And down to the top 6 teams. Deadshot is going to be taken down from the side of Envy, down to just Cyclift standing, and he's going to be finished out by the players from the side of Freestyle. Envy also taking an exit from this game. Freestyle is doing really, really amazing in this one, and Bablu, even they are still there. Hellraisers once again makes it. Portal Esports, the chances for them are slim, but the chance is there. They are still in this game with just 1 player who is still left standing, and LOU Esports eSports is also there with just one player still standing in this one. So all these teams, they have the opportunity to class this one out. They have the opportunity to win this one, but a Swook from the side of Freestyle is going to be taken down, and Portal eSports is going to be eliminated as Nocto is going to be found out and finished off. Pikachu has a really good angle to take out all these players from the side of Freestyle as they are grouped up together in that one small hut of theirs. But he peeks away, he looks away at the worst possible moment, and now Bablu, they are outside the circle, so they will be forced to move in. Down to the top 4 teams, 11 people alive, 4 versus 3 versus 3 versus 1 situation.
Well, it's going to happen out in this one. We'll have to see. Bablu Titan goes down by the play zone. So Bablu, they have just 2 players right now. HR, they have 1 player that needs a revival right now. We'll have to see if he gets a revival. Look at that, Danny. He can spot the players out. He can spot the players out. And Peekaboo spots the players out on FS and takes down 2 players. Incredible. M24 then in 6 times scope. This guy is obliterating everyone right now as 100 bullets does not have a backpack. He is moving in forward. Can he go for a 1v4? I think he can. He can just go for it on just one side. He spots out the players. He knows that there are players on one side and he is going for it, but then there is Aqua as well, and he just goes in for the crowd shot but does not do enough damage. Will be taken down. Danny is the lone survivor out in this one. If Danny goes on, that will be the end of Bablu as Pikachu has been taken out in this one. 4 players, 4 teams surviving. 9 players remaining out in this one. Snaker with his suppressed barrel. Can he change everything for HR this time? That is going to be a big question.
That is definitely going to be a big question. Bablu with just 1 man surviving. HR with 3. Freestyle, this has to be their game. All 4 players in there, and Danny, as the blue zone comes in, he's going to look to rotate out. But in the meanwhile, LOU Phobia is going to take out LOU Snaker, and Phobia is going to be taken down. LOU eSports is going to take an exit. Bablu takes an exit on the 3rd position with 5 kills to their name. Down to the top 2 teams. HR versus Freestyle. HR, they are going to be in trouble as Snaker and Trinder. Can they clutch this one out? Somi is there as well. 3 versus 4 situation. Who is going to come out on top? FS, they have a good position for themselves, but down 1 player. Snake is going to be dropped down by Futuretsu. 2 versus 4 situation. Can they clutch this one out? As with Freestyle, they go for the 2-2 split. 2 players on each of the players from the side of Hellraisers, and Trinda is going to drop down, and now that's just going to be 1 man left standing, and the players are dancing as the game is going to be ended, and Freestyle take the chicken dinner for themselves.
The best part is the game starts from this area and the game ended in this area. So, that is a full circle.
That is the spawn location close to Ban.
That is exactly from where you start the game, and that is how you end the game with players still surviving. 4 players. So today is the day where if you want a chicken dinner, you need to have all your 4 players surviving.
Yeah. That I think the probability works in your favor, the maths works in your favor, and definitely if the 4 players are in there and the other teams are sitting with a man advantage, you can do whatever you want. Not too much though, because we have seen 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4s happen as well, and that those situations are pretty incredible to watch. But not this time. This time this game was Freestyles and they put up an amazing performance. But on the other side, Bablu played this one really well. Portal eSports this one really well. Hellraisers, they are being consistent today.
And then there's one thing, LOU actually had 0 kills overall till the 3rd position. But then let's talk about the MVP. Futrutsu from FS Freestyle, he has 4 kills, 543 damage, 2442 survival time, and 4.58 kilometers of distance covered, which is really good if you want to do the maths out in this one. And Kashuf also had the same amount of kills, just like this guy. So we'll have to see where they stand in the overall, just kill leading charts and all. Because if this guy is out there, Kashuf should also be out there. And FS actually had an impressive game in this one. Yeah,
they had an amazing game in this one. But once again, consistency is gonna come into question. Can they keep this going? Because even though Hellraisers did not win the match, they had 2 2nd place finishes. With the first one, they got out of the danger zone. They were in the top 16, and I think with this performance, they are going to move in even further. But with that, let's have a look at the top 5 players and see which all players are going to be in there. Nexus Taha is going to be on the 1st with 4 kills. Diffuse Ronnie is going to be on the 2nd with 4 kills. Futuretsu, the MVP, is on the 3rd with 4 kills. Kashfuk is going to be on the 4th with 4 kills as well, and Edgar from TUF on the 5th with 4 kills. So all the players, in fact, with 4 kills.
Yeah, as of now, this was out here overall for the players from Nexus to TUFS also coming in between, and DFUZe. I mean, DFUZe, the team that we were talking about, that they were going down earlier. Now they started their fights in this one. If one player has 4 kills, it's gonna be a different story with the other players as well. Envy was also doing really good, but then they lost the fight outside the circle and all those things. They were moving into the circle, and the players were actually shooting on them. So those were the things that were happening. So we'll have to see where it puts them in this game standings and in the overall standings as well. But for now, I think FS has had a really good game in this one.
Yeah, FS has definitely had a good game, but let's have a look at the standings for match number 2 and see how the teams are doing. Because Freestyle is going to be on the first position, 32 points. HR on the second with 19 points. TUF on the third right now. They had an early exit, but they had a lot of kills. So third position for them with 15 points. Bublu is going to be on the fourth with 15 points. DFUZe on the fifth with 10. Envy on the sixth with 10. Nexus team on the seventh with 8. Portal eSports on the 8th position with 8 points as well. Moving on to the next set of 8 teams, let's have a look over there. LOU Esports on the 9th with 8 points. 247 Gaming on the 10th with 5 points. Rogue Nation on the 11th with 4 points. Gaming Hub on the 12th with 2 points. RNG on the 13th with 1 point. R3D Esports on the 14th with 1 point. Team H2E on the 15th with 1 point. And FTFxEsports on the last position with 16th position, theirs with just 1 point to the name.
Yeah, RNG, R3D, H2E, and FTF. Sorry. So these teams like RNG, just a thing that we say, we have expectations from this team, but this team is kind of just falling apart. 247 Gaming fell apart in this one. They had a really good fight. They wiped out the first squad. Those are the only 4 kills that they had. LOU Esports, they had no kills, but they had a good placement point. Exactly with the thing that we were saying. They came fourth, and from 4 to 9, that's a big drop if it's not a jump. So that was just something that just went into ups and downs in this one.
Yeah, there were a lot of ups and downs in this game as well. So Gaming Hub not performing today. RNG, I hope this team start getting the things right again as they were during the group stage, because they need to step up. LOU Esports in this game, that was also an upset coming into this one, but still a lot of teams are stepping up. And as I was saying, as it was yesterday, the underdogs from the group stages, they have put out amazing numbers. But let's have a look at the overall standings and see how much is going to change after the game on Sanhok. Fyme is going to be first, 95 points. HFD on the second, 94 points. Freestyle is on the third with 91 points. So the difference of 4 points can be made up quite easily. NortheSports on the fourth with 89 points. Portal eSports on the 5th. Envy on the 6th. TeamvfxOXY on the 7th. And Arkadians are on the 8th position for now. Let us move on to the next set of standings and see how things have changed from 9 to 16, as 247 Gaming is going to be on the 9th position. Hellraisers, they bounce up to the 10. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. A couple of minutes ago, before we started the day, Hellraisers was in the danger zone. Now they are sitting in the top 10. LOE Esports on the 11th, quite stable. Team TUF, they climb up as well. 12th position. Gaming Hub on the 13th. H2E on the 14th. F2D Esports on the 15th. And Team Bublu, they are going to be 16th for now, but they still have 2 more games to go. They need to have amazing performances and performances better than this game to secure a position in the top 16, because as we were saying, once you are done with your games, you are going to be in trouble when you're not playing, because on those days you definitely take a drop.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly one of the things that happen. And so this is one thing that you're just talking about. So Team Bublu is out in the top 16 now. And they need to be much more consistent. But then moving on for the teams that are not going to be consistent as of now, like 5 points difference between Bublu and Nexus. They are on 50 and this team is on 45. Then 17, TeamvfxOXY on the 18th, RNG on the 19th, Team Aqua on the 20th, Rogue Nation on the 21st, R3D on the 22nd, DFUZeOfficial on the 23rd, and FTF on the 24th. So one loss of FTF has just taken them down to the final spot, and DFUZe slowly and steadily just crawling up to the position. If anything, so we'll see where just it overall just keeps them. But for now, these were the standings overall till the match of Sanhok. But after this, there will be a match of unprobabilistic probabilities, that we say, the unpredictable match out there. So we'll see what happens in that one as well.
Definitely, we have to wait and see what is going to happen in that one. Is an underdog team once again going to step up and take the chicken dinner for themselves? But one thing we know for sure is that just like this one, Vikendi is also going to be a battle zone for all these teams, because even on Sanhok, we saw the early engagements come in. But all that is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals, day number 3, and now it's going to be time for game number 3 as well, which is going to be played on Vikendi. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma.
And this time, no sneezes, if anything. And this game is going to be a Vikendi one. So we'll have to see, because we call a Vikendi the unpredictable map, the things that, you cannot predict and all those things, starting from the circles and all those scenarios, and the fact where you will be landing, and from there, if you'll be going to your locations and all, because Vikendi is still such a raw map in itself.
Yeah, it is a raw map, and it is the raw gameplay as well that we see from the teams come in, because most of them are going to rely on the survival for the early stages as well, and it's the late game fights that sort of change every situation around, and the circle as well, as the circle is sort of one of the most unpredictable things in this game, specifically of Vikendi. But so far for the past couple of days, we have been quite lucky since we have been seeing land circles come in.
That's really true, and land circles that just come in. It's a trend or something nowadays that land circles are there. But talking about the golden old days out there, when the circle is 50% water, 50% land, that used to be a challenging strat or something for the teams as well, because you'll try to see if the players will be landing on the areas where there is 50% water, 50% land. So the thing was, players used to swim around all those areas, sit on the shore so that no one's behind them and they just take the fights in one direction. But now it's obviously all directional fights and all those scenarios. This happened a lot in South Asia. In South Asia's qualifiers and all. But now the trend is, just like you said, land circles. So we'll see where the circles and all go. All right. So a quick question. Which team?
I want Envy to win this one.
Alright, that's a good one. I want Bablu to win this one because, but then there's a caster's curse with me whenever I say the team does not. Please play good.
Envy was doing really well on the first day, and I want to see if they can actually contest for the first spot once again, because they did accumulate a good amount of points for them the first time they played, and if they can actually keep the momentum going, that is going to be pretty incredible. Yeah, Bablu needs to climb up way faster than they are right now. But let's have a look at the kill leaders for now, and look at this. So Psych has been kicked out of the kill leaders. Moto is sitting on the first from the side of Fyme with 16 kills. Envy Deadshot is there as well on the second with 16 kills, the same. And the damage stats for the first three, say all of them have 16 kills. FS Baba as well, all three have 16 kills each. Damage is around 2400, but this is it. Motu 2482, Deadshot 2454, and Baba is sitting at 2405.
So for now, these are the top 5 kill leaders. Sensei Batsab as well out in this one, 14 and 13 for themselves. So I mean, it's not a cluster of kills that the players actually have for themselves. Obviously, no team has yet hit that 3-pointer mark in the overall standings. Also, we'll be seeing that thing also if that happens, because 2 games are left for now, where it just takes each and every game, each and every team in their standings and all those things. And we'll be diving into the match really soon. So I also want to see one team, like we talked about Bablu, we talked about your favorite team Envy out for this particular game. Portal eSports is also, they want to step up to their marks. They are doing decent today. They are doing really good. In the first match was actually a chicken dinner, so they were doing really good. So
Hellraisers as well. They, as I was saying, they have been pretty consistent with those second place finishes. But another team that want to do good, but they are still struggling, RNG. So that is also a team that needs to be kept an eye upon. And on the other side, a lot of good squads are playing today, as we were talking about this earlier as well before the game started. But talking about the game is going to be live and on your screens right now, and the trajectory is from the Cement Factory towards the Milnar sort of a situation. So Cement Factory, Hot Springs, Volnovo, a lot of teams actually go towards the Hot Spring counter situation. Podvodsto is going to be available. Peshkova on the northern side, you can glide over to towards that location. Abbey Winery, Dino Park is sort of tricky, but you can use that place to land, get some early loot, and then move over towards the side of Viha. And Milnar is also going to be available.
Exactly, and my pick this time will once again be, I want to see a castle circle, the final circle or something out in this one. But then for now, the players are dropping up. We'll have to see which team goes to the Villa area, because that will be a really good spot to just go in. Envy is going to Hot Springs side for now. Seems like a really good situation for the team right now. TUF going to Peshkova's side for now, and the circle is just not having castle in any way or form right now. Look at this. The early fights, FTF versus R3D. FTF, a team that is at the bottom of the table, needs to just come up as soon as they can. So we'll have to see what happens out in their rotations and all those things. For now, let's just see if R3D, just takes the best out of it, or will this be FTF's comeback game?
Yeah, this can be FTF's comeback game, as Walker was given a lot of damage, is sitting at 50% health right now. And since the game just started, it's going to be quite hard for him to have any healings on him. But as he's rotating towards his other teammates, I think some bandages or first aid or an energy drink, some sort of healing is going to be found. But on the other side, Emerge is going to take down Phobia from the side of LOU Esports with the PP Bison in his hand. And that is also going to create an interesting situation, but Phobia is just going to be finished off instantly. That's going to be the first player from this game being taken down already. And now these two teams in the cement factory area, FTF, they are sort of surrounded. They are cornered in the center, and the other team, R3D, can actually go in for the kills by wrapping around them. And H2E and HR are going at it again, as GamerX is going to be finished off. But on the other side, Gaming Hub and LOU Esports, Adil out in the open is coming. He's going to spot out one of the players. Ghost has been spotted out in the open. The shots were fired. The damage was given away, but Ghost runs away with 50% health. He still manages to survive. He's the only man there in those compounds, and Adil, he takes some damage from the back as the players from the side of LOE Esports, they come for the support. They come for the backup of their comrade, and Ghost is so low. And Emerge, the pre-fire on the window, just barely managing to survive with 1 HP. The magic pixel in there, and if a bullet just touches him or grazes him, he's going to be knocked down, and that happens as Adil is going to go for the knock, is going to go for the finish, and another kill being secured by Gaming Hub for themselves.
Gaming Hub has had 2 kills secured for themselves right now from all the players that just started the game. 60 left right now. 2 kills are there for this team right now. And LOU, they have taken down 1 player. That is going to be Knight from Gaming Hub. So that is going to be just one of the things that they'll be losing 1 player, as MP5K just comes into the equation and just takes up the player. FTF as well right now. As you can see, FTF, this should be a comeback game for themselves if it comes in. If it does not, we will have to see what happens. FTF Charlie goes down. That is not the opening FTF actually needed, not especially in this map of unpredictability. And Charlie needs a revive. 3 players are there, and now it will be left to 2, as Rams have also taken some damage. So already Joker knows the exact spot where FTF Rams is. And one thing is, see, R3D's players, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. They can just easily, pinpoint FTF in that one house, not leaving any area for them to come out in the open and to play with, and that's going to be a bad thing. So FTF, knowingly or unknowingly, can be the first team to exit out in this one as well.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Knowing or unknowingly, they can go down over here, as Charlie was knocked down, and this is going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. FTF just starting the game with 3 players in there, and all 3 players have been cornered into that center building of the cement factory. The players from the side of R3D, they have gone for the 2-2 split amongst themselves, as you see Colossi and Zeo on one side, and Walker and another player is going to be on the other side of that building. And Rams is looking to spot the players on one direction, but is not going to be able to do that, as the damage was given out. The position is known by the players from the side of R3D, and they are already pre-aiming onto the edges of the window. So Rams goes for the rotate and is going to look to get some information, because if you have the information that how many players are in one particular direction, you can actually group together and go for the charge in if you have the utilities. But since FTF were cornered into that one building from the starting, they did not have that much stuff on them, especially if 3 players are all in there. They would all 3 need guns, they would all 3 need ammos and utilities to go in on this engagement, and I don't think you can get all of that from just one looting building.
Yeah, that's totally true out in this one. So we'll see how the fights actually just go. See, FTF, their player has been revived, just like I was saying. So now the thing is, they know that they are being cornered by 2 different directions. What they can do is smoke on one side, throw the smoke, if they have it, throw the smoke grenades on one side and try to take the fights from the other side first. Yeah. Then be engaging in the fights of you can see in the minimap a 2-2 split. from the teams right now. That is one thing that's just happening. So what Lala and Shali can do is they. Two players on the upward story and one player on the downward story, because upward story, it will be giving the upward flow, it will be giving them a good area to fight the other players, the opponents that are on the downward side, and one player like Charlie can stay on the downward area, so that when the players will be charging in, they can have a good area, a good fight for themselves or something.
Yeah, they can have a good fight, a good area for them, but now still they are cornered in there. And oh god, why is it still Cosmodrome? I'm getting bored of Cosmodrome circles, man.
Okay.
It is just getting too much at this point.
Dear gods of PUBG, please.
Yeah, please, no more Cosmodrome in there. But look at this.
Can you please remove Cosmodrome from the...
But look at this, TUF, they are in a really interesting position. No other team is around them, and all the teams have decided to stick to the southern part of the map for now. And the teams on the outer side of this sort of a situation where the teams are rotating in, they are going to have an easier way in there, because once the teams move in, they are going to look to move towards that Cosmodrome area. Since that is a big place, you have a lot of cover, you have a lot of loot available, and you can continue fighting even in the toughest situation. So teams are going to look to prioritize that location for themselves. Or the coal mine Zabava sort of a situation as well. That is also a good place to be. But the teams coming in from the south, then they will have an opening, and Rams cooking up that nade is looking to throw it towards Walker, but it is just gonna be bouncing off the top of that wall, the roof area, and it's just gonna drop down on the floor.
Yeah, that was one thing. I mean, it did do some damage, but it would have done much more damage if it was not
had it gone through.
Yeah, it was on the railing side only because the bounce that just came in. Otherwise, the damage would have been a lot. And one thing is, see, Rams does not have a helmet or a vest, so that is going to be one of the things. And I think Lala does not have it either, and they are giving up their loot to the other players. And look at that, FS taking a fight against LOU. Abud has been taken down as Fuhutrusu was taking up an incredible fight out in their areas, and Abud will be finished out by Kashu. So that means FS will be having one kill for their bank right now. Baba is also still trying to spot the players out in this area. Has level 2 helmet, level 2 vest for himself. Has 5 first aids. I mean, it's a good number if you want to go for. And in the early stages, if you're finding 5 first aids, I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that is going to be really impressive in the early game stages. You have a lot of heals on you, and that is going to allow you to take the risk of peeking your opponents, of going for the fights, of being the one who can engage in. Because even if you take damage and you still manage to be standing on your feet, you can go back and go for the heals. And I think FTF, in this situation, someone needs to take the risk of actually going in and starting the engagement. And okay, another interesting thing. R3D have all positioned now in just one direction. FTF actually have the opportunity to get away and disengage from this fight now. They can just fall back from the other side and just run away. Yeah. Avoid the engagement entirely, but they are still choosing to stick around over here for a while, and no information is being given away from the side of R3D as to how the players have positioned themselves. And another throwable is going to come as Rabs is just going to run away from that one. But look at this, Diffuse. They are being hunted down by the players from the side of Nexus. They are all hiding in just one compound, and now Taha, he can be spotted at any moment. So 2 players peek him out. He gets 1 knock. The other one is still left standing. Taha drops down to 50% death, and all 4 players are going to come charging in towards his direction.
Look at the gas cans. Look at the gas cans. Just blast the gas cans right now. If you blast the gas cans, that can actually be incredible. And yes, they do. Yes, they do. The gas can blast just coming in. They have the gas can was a setup out there, and that was more than impressive in this one. Now all the gas cans have been taken down. The Molotovs are coming in, but the Molotovs are going to do damage to themselves right now. And Diffuse, they will be left out in this area. But that was more than impressive.
Yeah.
100 IQ gameplay, 200 IQ gameplay, whatever it is, like, that was just amazingly incredible. And one thing, a grenade just comes in, takes down 3, and they are being taken down by the Molotov as well. This is a proper use of utilities by Nexus as they take down 4 players from Diffuse.
Yeah, Diffuse, you might have had a 200 IQ play, but that was a 250 IQ play from the side of Nexus and the Hunk. That amazing nade coming in just for the team wipe, and Bablu Danny is going to spot out the players from the side, and the damage was given away. A lot of damage, in fact. And look at this, on the other side, FTF, they are being taken down one by one from the players of the side of R3D. But this situation is also going to be weird, as Danny is going to be stuck out on one side of the bridge, and he needs to go away towards his teammate on the other side, Portal Esports, one of the players has been knocked down in a really bad situation. Danny being spotted out by the player, Wolverine, G36 in his hand, G36C in his hands with the 3x on it, so the damage can be given away and the smoke is going to be thrown for Vegeta, and the revive can come in if Wolverine actually manages to make his way in there. But Khan gets in the vehicle, is on the movement. Pikachu can actually get a crossfire on Khan as he goes in for the movement, but still being really careful as to not give away any information towards the players of the side of Portal Esports. As Bablu, they are quite low. Ghost is still heaving up, and Lala is going to be dropped down with the Uzi from the side of FTF by the players from R3D. Portal Esports and Bablu, two strong teams up against each other on this bridge, and who is going to come out on top on the river, or whose graves are we going to see being formed, the crates being formed on this frozen river, as Nocta is going to be spotted out by Tyrant, but the shots just do not connect. Not enough damage as he would have wanted, but he still knows now where the player is, and the aim is going to be sticking in there. But Khan, as soon as he spots out, he survives with like 5 health on him, just barely managing to stay alive. And Nocto, as soon as he peaks, the damage is going to come in. Nocto is going to be dropped down to 10% health, but the heal is going to come in, and Tyrant is dishing out so much damage to the players. Vegeta is going to get the revive, and I think Portal Esports are going to look to disengage. Vegeta once again being knocked down by Pikachu, and this is what I was talking about. The crossfire between Danny and Pikachu was already set up, and Danny, he has an Uzi on him, so the range is not going to work out in his favor. He takes a lot of damage, and Nocto is going to be knocked down by Tyrant, and as the crossfire from PES was dishing out damage to Danny, and Ghost is going to go charging in. Wolverine is already ready. The vehicle noise is going to be heard, but Wolf, he has to be careful. Ghost, he has the AK in his hand. The nade is going to be cooked. It's going to be thrown towards the side of Wolverine, but he has already moved. Now he's going to go jump out of the house, and he's going to look to spot out Ghost, but the nade is going to pop. Vegeta is going to be dying slowly and steadily, so the revive needs to come in, and Bablu, they just charge in, but kill being stolen as Khan is going to be dropped down by NV. Envy joins the party on this one from the top of the mountain. Bablu, they need to be careful as they can be in a bad situation. Envy gets 2 knocked. They need to confirm the kill from the side of Portal Esports, and Deadshot is looking to spot out the player from the side of Bablu as Danny was spotted out. Tyrant is going to be taken down by RNG Aladdin, and the third party is just going to become a party. Bablu in a bad spot right now as Ghost is going to be taken down. The finish is going to come in as well as Pikachu is going to be taken down. Danny is going to be the only man left standing in a 1 versus 3 situation. Can he come out on top? He's being shot from every single direction. Wolverine is going to be taken on. Danny is going to be finished off as Bablu take an exit on the 14th position. Not what you would expect, not something that you would predict, but this party between Envy, between Portal Esports, between RNG is going to turn out in Portal Esports' favor. The two teams coming in from the outside actually turned the entire tide around. Otherwise, Portal Esports, they would have been killed off there.
Now RNG is waiting for their share of the party right now as RNG just enters in this area of the bridge. And we're still out there and we're still waiting to see what is the weakest link of this fight right now. PES left with 2 players. This was actually one of the most amazing third parties that I have ever seen in this PMCO so far. Because, I mean, you can never expect how the game just changes, how the game turns their pace. It's pace, if anything. And it just happened, just like that and nothing.
Yeah, it just happened with a snap of Thanos' finger as Bablu would be wiped out. And now, I think Portal Esports are going to be the next team to take an exit as RNG know where they are, Envy know where they are. And since the kill feed did show Envy's name, the players are going to know that Envy is quite close. So that is the reason that RNG is still not moving. That is really smart from the entire team. But on the other side, R3D, after they have dealt with the team of FTFxEsports, they will make their rotation in towards the circle which was present on the northern part of the island. Walker, his car just flipped.
I mean, yeah, that was just something that just happened out in this one. And PES Radar goes down as RNG gets M24 just works out in this one. Vegeta goes down. RNG Hamzo confirming the kill. PES gets eliminated on a 13 with 2 kills for themselves as well. Now, just like we said, RNG wanted their share of party and they just got their share of a chicken, if not the full chicken dinner right now. So let's see how they can capitalize on more and more movements, because if they just go away from that area, they're going to find Envy on one side. ROG is also out here just trying to spot the players. Second circle will be closing in on 130-second mark. And we are in this game and we have so far 42 players alive, 12 teams surviving. So far so good, but so far so upsetting as well.
Yeah, so far it has been upsetting as a lot of strong teams have taken an early exit from this game. And RNG, once again, moving in towards the circle, moving in towards the center of the circle, are going to look to catch some more teams off guard because they have 4 kills on them. Basically, right now, an entire team has been killed off by these guys. Talking about killing people, a gun that is going to help you do that even faster, it's going to be AUG with the 4x coming in and the med kit in this airdrop number 3 with the level 3 vest and the level 3 helmet. So a good entire full kit. Armor is going to help you resist damage. Medkit is going to be there if you get knocked out and you need to heal up from 0 to 100 instantly. And the AUG is actually a pretty good gun.
It is. It is an incredible gun. As we know, there are some players that we just call by the name only in the wild card. So we'll see what happens out in this one, because if you get this gun, obviously, see, the thing is, it has a really good recoil control along given with the fire rate of the gun. It just goes really good, and the players are trying to do the enemies ahead. You see sometimes the cursor just moves up, that the thumb just moves up or something. That's just the thing that happens out in that one. And the circle, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the players are inside the circle right now. Peshkova's area, no one is out there. Envy is going to the Peshkova area for now. If they are just trying to go for it, it will be a really good situation for them. But the circle is going to be closing in anytime sooner right now. If the circle closes in, obviously the teams will have to move in from the area. And circle is closing in slowly and steadily. RNG in a good area, ROG in a good area. HM might have to move in a bit to the inside. Gaming Up on the northernmost area can take a fight with H2E as well. TUF in the center of the circle right now, Cosmodrome area. The circle will be leaving Cosmodrome in a while. And 247, they have FS right at their back.
Yeah, 247, they need to be careful as well. But look at this. Gaming Hub on the northernmost part of the circle. The blue zone is coming in, so most of the teams have made their way in here. And if the circle moves towards the southern side of Cosmodrome and the western side of Peshkova, I think that is going to be pretty tricky for the teams to come in, because that is just open land with nothing there but just those small mountains in there where you will have to fight. So that is going to be a really bad situation for every single team to sort of counter and work in. And in those situations, that is when you go full passive. You play around the edges of the circle and then try to take the fights. But for now, the blue zone is slowly and steadily closing in on these teams. The 247 have taken control of the Cosmodrome compound for themselves. H2E and GH, they are quite close to each other as well. And this is what Ocean was talking about earlier. 247 in the Cosmodrome, and FS Freestyle is right behind them on the outskirts of Cosmodrome. So the height advantage is definitely towards the side of 247. The rotation advantage is going to be towards the side of 247 as well. But FS, they need to move in towards the next circle, because that is definitely not going to be in their direction. And we need to see where the next circle is going to be. It is going to be outside in the open. Peshkova compounds are going to be there for now. But are they going to be in there in the final circle? Only time will tell. After 47 seconds, the next circle is going to be available to us. But HR Snaker spots out the players from the side of ROG, Rogue Nation, and the shots being fired, some of them actually managed to connect with the G36C.
Yeah, Titanium has had some damage. 22 on the first bullet and 46 on the second one. He needs to heal up right now as soon as he can. Trent and Snake are just moving in, going for the rotation, prioritizing the circle if that is the case. And it will be a really good thing. And 247 once again coming to this thing right now. 20 more seconds and fourth circle will be the fifth circle. The circle will be coming in, and will FS take up the fight? I don't think so. They are sitting in the vehicle and just moving away from this area, which seems like a really good call. This should have been the case, and this is the case right now. About to be 19 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, as the circle will be coming in. The circle will be closing in, and the players who don't have a vehicle will have to go all this area on foot right now. And FS taking up a fight right on the toes as they blast up a car, and the players have been taken down. Titanium skill has been taken down, but 3 players have been taken down as well. 1 player, Nightmare, surviving just 1 solo player. This can change everything for FS this time. ROG's Aladdin also goes down as HR was taking up a fight for themselves, and ROG's Nightmare just surviving out in this one. A solo player who has smoked all around their teammates so that he can give a revive. FS Kashuf and FS Baba just sitting out in this one, just trying to move in right now. Can they move in? Yes, they can, but the Kashuf has been spotted in his area. He's trying to go away, trying to go in as soon as he can. TUF is the squad that is right in next to them, but I think so far this team will be at a good spot, at a really decent spot inside the circle for now.
Yeah, they're going to be in a really good spot, and a really amazing position for themselves. But now, once again, the future is quite dire for them as the teams are going to close in their direction as well. They have this one compound, but we have seen how the rushes work out in there as well. And look at this. It's going to be RNG and HR are going to close in on their direction slowly and steadily. But what is going to happen now? Oh, they are in the cave location.
They're in the cave area right now.
Cave.
The secret cave of Podvosto. So we were talking about this 2 days back only in the wildcard, if anything. So what happened is if you ram a vehicle out there, you find the secret cave out here in that Podvosto's area. So that was one thing. 247 Punjabi outside the circle needs to get inside the circle right now. Will he be able to make it in time? That will be one of the questions. LOE Razor as well is going inside the circle's area. Has had a snow bike for himself. Now has just 2 bandages. That's all that this guy has. His helmet and vest is really good. He is good on health right now, and this is the area you can just drive in, you can just ride in, but so far he actually manages to connect it on the wrong direction, wrong pixel. Otherwise he would have been inside the cave as well for himself. But for now, the teams that are inside the circle, you can see TUF is at the edge of the circle. Just 1 or 2 meters will be the distance outside the circle, if anything. We'll have to see what happens. H2E is moving in. Look at failure. Just that vehicle was so slowly just coming in here in that area. Now he has to go back to the back end area, and Venom takes down HR. RG Venom has been taken down as well. So HR is going with a really good fight right now, and HR just might win it.
Yeah, they can win it as they are exiting the cave as well. And I remember casting a match wherein another team was inside the cave area. A team came in from up above on the downslope of the mountain, and this has grenaded the team inside the cave and finished them off. But this time, HR actually managed to get out of that corridor entrance, and Aladdin is on the top side. Sketch has been knocked down. He can be finished off as well. So RNG need to be careful. There is another team right behind them as well. Oh, Somi is going to be taken down. 1 versus 2 situation. Aladdin is going to fall down as well, and Team RNG take an exit on the 11th position as HR somehow managed to clutch that fight in their favor. Somi is going to get a revive in a matter of seconds, but the noise being given away is going to make the other teams aware of where this team is exactly located, and they need to move in towards the next circle now.
They will have to get into the circle because see, the circle prioritization is going to be important. Look at this. Razor so close to 247 right now, and 247 Gaming is going to be out there, but then the players are being shot at. Punjabi is low on health right now. Razor will be taken down if anything because 4 players were on him. LOU eSports make their exit on the 10th position with just 1 kill, and 247 they're still inside the circle, but look at the mini-map. There is a team fairly close to them right now. Peshkova's area is also inside the circle as of now. So we'll see what happens. Envy Psych is trying to spot the players. This can be Envy's game, if anything, because Envy has a good player count for themselves. It's lacking the kills right now, but look at this thing. They have really good covers. They have a good shield. They have level 3 helmet, level 3 vest for themselves. So the shielding amount is really good. But all they need to care about is not making the silliest of the mistakes that sometimes they have made as of now.
Yeah, not rushing teams out in the open. Deadshot with the DMR in his hand is going to look to spot the players from the side of 247, and the other player from the side of Envy, Psych, did actually give out a lot of damage, and Psych is once again going to knock down one of the players from the side of 247 Gaming. Punjabi is going to be taken down, and now the team is going to be in trouble. Deadshot did spot the player out, but the shot's not being fired. He is just being a little bit too careful, and he's spread away from his team. He's quite split apart from his teammate as well. So they need to be careful as Gaming is going to be out in the open, and Punjabi, he goes indoors to get the revive for himself. Gaming, that was the exact spot where your teammate was knocked down. Why are you standing here? You need to move from there, buddy. But on the other side, Psych is fighting another team. TUF Thor is going to be taken down as Psych takes a lot of damage, drops down to 10% health, and Envy, now they are going to be in a split fight themselves. 247 from one side and TUF on the other side. A 3 versus 4 situation in one direction and a 1 versus 4 situation in the other. But H2E is there as well, focused on TUF, so that can actually be the thing that helps Psych out.
Exactly, they know that there is a smoke out in that area, but still, look at this. Exactly, they know if they see a pixel, they'll just take the person down. So that is a quick second knock for the player out there. TF Law obviously going for it, and one more player just goes down as Envy Side just comes into the equation. So Envy is going to be pressurizing the team as well. Najib is low on his health as well, and one grenade is going in. One grenade, can it just do the damage and take the team out? It does the damage, does not manage to take the team out. Najib goes down as Envy I saw was taking up the fight. So Envy, now is the time that we were saying not to make silly mistakes. Now they need to move in and focus on one team's elimination if they want to. They should not be taking off fights with two teams, because if that happens, the team just falls short. Next is Hunk, has taken down one player as well. Freestyle is surviving with just one solo player. Other than that, each and every team has players from them for them to actually take up the fights. Gaming up, they have two players right now. One got a revival as of now. And look at this. Look at this. Open. Punjabi was in the open. If one more shot would have connected, that would have just taken him down right now.
Yeah, that would have been enough to take him down. But the deal from the side of Gaming Up is going to be taken down by H2E Dread. And the finish can come in as well. But there is a car there for cover. Gaming Up, KMD is the only man left standing for his squad. So he needs to stay alive for as long as he can. As Hellraiser Adnan is going to go in on the play. And Deadshot is going to spot out Moth from the side of 247 Gaming, running out in the open on the mountain. And the finish can come in as well. But Deadshot takes a lot of damage from the other direction by the players from the side of HR. And that is just going to be a collapse coming in as 247 Moth is going to be finished off. And GH Adil is going to be taken down. Trinda in the meanwhile is going to go on a domination. And NortheSports is going to get the kill, confirm the kill for Najib from the side of 247 Gaming. 247, they are still in it with two players still alive. And a nade from Adnan is going to drop down the players from the side of R3D. And Hellraisers in the meanwhile being collapsed upon from two different directions. They are going to collapse in the game as well as they take an exit on the 9th position.
Yeah, as of now, but then top 8 teams winning, ladies and gentlemen. You have the names on your side. 247 Punjabi. Now he has a Groza. Tia is going tough on tough Edgar as of now as he just drops him down. We'll have to see, can they just confirm the kill, or will TUF, just go for the retaliation fires and can take down 247 for the fights right now. NV Syke still trying to spot the players. He was just confirming his rotations inside the house right now, and the circle might just leave Peshkova totally if anything like that happens. And TF Terminator takes on TU 247s with one grenade and all those things. So 247 Gaming, actually 247 in all, gets eliminated out in this one right now. This team was doing incredibly amazing, but with just one grenade, the team just went down. So does Freestyle. Freestyle had just one player remaining for themselves. TF Tower just moving in forward. TF has all the 4 players surviving for themselves as well. R3D, this can be a comeback game for Envy as well. Nexus is doing really good. So we'll have to see what comes in and what goes out, as 6 teams are surviving with 19 players in total.
Yes, 6 team, 19 players, and the players are still being knocked out one after the other. And you can see the forecast for this winner chicken dinner on your screens, with Envy still in there, R3D still in there, TUF in there, Nexus in there, Gaming Up is still somehow managing to surviving with just one guy, KMD, standing. But Envy, they can be in trouble as they are right in the center and they can be collapsed upon by all these teams from all different directions. And as I say, that Terminator is going to spot out the players. A lot of damage being given out to Syke, Absaw, and Syke as well. And Deadshot is somehow going to manage to get away. But in the meanwhile, KMD from the side of Gaming Up is going to be finished off and he is going to take an exit. Terminator is looking for a better position. He knows where Absaw is behind that rock, cooking up a nade, looking through it in their direction. But Light from the side of Envy is going to be focused on another team. That's going to be R3D, and a lot of damage was given away to Walker. But 4 players for the side of R3D are still standing. Down to 18 players, 5 teams remaining. And Envy Absaw from the smoke. Terminator somehow managed to connect with the damage always. Deadshot could be the saving grace for his team and save his team from Terminator as the DMR comes into action. But the shots actually miss their mark.
All the shots missing their mark, but then TF Edgar has been taken down. SG Old Boy also goes down as TF Venom just comes for a cover fire. Failure was failing to give a revive to his teammate, but look at this, TF Venom just going in, barging in, doing the damage out there. He has taken down one player, that was H2E Old Boy, and look at this, just one area, but from behind you need to watch your back literally, as that can just take you down. The circle is doing the damage in itself. Can they spot the players, as there was just one player out there. Failure right next to them. Failure, can he clutch it out for the team right now? He needs to, and he is going for it. Before he could fire, a third party just comes in out there, and H2E is looking really good right now. On a bad situation, just as we talked, as Envy was going in. Envy is joining this equation right now. 4 teams winning, ladies and gentlemen, 13 players alive. Which team is going to win at the end? We'll have to see out there, as R3D is also surviving. Team Envy has a good chance. R3D has a good chance because the numbers game is in their favor. Nexus is out there. H2E is out there. Can they just clutch it? That is a big question.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a big question, as the vehicle that was there for the cover is going to be blown up, but Syke is going to catch Failure from the side of H2E out in the open, and he is going to be dropped down, and Dread is going to be the only man left standing for his entire team. But they are still in this one. So TUF got eliminated a couple of minutes ago, and R3D is still in there. Nexus is going to be in there, and the forecast is predicting that Envy and R3D have the highest percentages of winning this game. And Nexus Zulkar, he charges on the players from the side of R3D. Two guys have been knocked down, so he can actually confirm the kills for his team and get those points handed over to them. But Colossi is there. He can provide a lot of cover, has an Uzi in his hands, but is he going to be able to survive? As the bullets touch him, but damage was not enough, and the peek comes in from Zulkar. He's going to be taken down, but Wolf was there for the cover, and that's just going to be R3D in a lot of trouble. Zeo is still knocked down, so he is going to be finished off, and Envy was the team who confirmed all the kills for themselves. Joker is quite far away, but the blue zone is coming in, so they need to be careful, and Joker heals up. Zeo is slowly falling back, so the potential revive can happen, but Joker takes a lot of damage, and he is going to be taken down as Envy Absa is going to take him out of this game. Down to the top 3 teams, 7 people in this one, and Nexus is just there with 2 as Dread is going to spot them out, as Dress is going to be taken down. Envy with all 4, Nexus with just 2, 6 people alive, top 2 teams. Envy going in for the rush play as one of the players from the side of Nexus was already knocked down. Hunk is the only man left standing, and the finish is going to come in on Wolf, and Hunk 1 versus 4 situation. Can he class his runner out behind the rock? The flanks coming in from both sides. Hunk is going to be dropped low, and he's going to be finished off as Envy take the chicken dinner on Vikendi for themselves.
Easy chicken dinner for Envy.
11 kills
one.
again.
11 kills out. That was just one thing that happened. Did you just see one thing? H2 East player, they knocked one player from Nexus, but the confirmation, before confirming the last person from Nexus, Envy just went in and confirmed that person first, otherwise the kill was not theirs. That is just an impressive strategy that just happened in the final few moments. So that if you want each and every single kill, you just need to go for, and that's one thing that they were going for. So that was more than impressive from Envy's side, and we'll be looking at the MVPs and all those things. And if anything, I mean, Psych is going to be out there leading the charts. As you can see, MVP, 5 kills, 978 damage, almost 1,000 if you want to call it. About 30 minutes of survival time and 9.16 kilometers of distance covered by this guy on foot. So that is just more than impressive.
Yeah, that was more than impressive. And as I said yesterday, Psych did say that he was going to challenge for that top kill leader spot. And 5 kills are definitely going to help him out. But he still has a long way to go. And one more game is going to be played after this one on Erangel. But this performance from Envy, it was pretty incredible. And I did predict Envy.
That was totally good out for this guy as well. But more than him, more than you, obviously the players will be happy because they actually did hard work. You just sat here and predicted the teams, all right? So
you are just jealous now at this point.
I hate you already. So top 5 players that actually had an impact out here. Nexus Hung with 7 kills. So that was just impressive from Nexus's squad out there. Envy Psych coming in, Envy Absa coming in, Etcher Trinda with 3, R3D Walker with 3, and so the thing is, overall talking about the damage stats, Psych had an incredible damage amount for his 5 kills, and Hunk was just going for the important information. That's why he has 724 damage and 7 kills. So this was a really fair trade, but imagine if Nexus would have won because they had like 10 kills. If they had won, they would have 11 or something. So
yeah, they would have had 11 again. And Envy on the other side, 2 players making it into the top 5 players. Psych and Absa on the 2nd and the 3rd position. 4th being taken by the player from Hellraisers. Trinda gonna be in there, and R3D Walker on the 5th position with 3 kills to his name.
Yeah, so far so good. If we would like to call it like that, but then I would like to see where it keeps Envy in the overall standings and what it leads up for Bablu and all in this game standings as well, because they got eliminated really early, Bablu and PS, when they were fighting with each other, and Envy was the reason that they got eliminated as well. So these all will be questions. So let's just have a look at the Vikendi standings for this particular match. That where is it going to be taking all the teams and all that. Team Envy obviously is going to be on the 1st position, Nexus on the 2nd, R3D on the 3rd, Team TF on the 4th, H2E on the 5th, Team HR on the 6th, 247 Gaming on the 7th, and Gaming Hub getting eliminated on the 8th.
Yeah, so a huge boost coming in for the side of Envy for this match, but let's have a look at the other 8 teams and see how they were doing, as Freestyle is going to be on the 9th, RNG on the 10th, Portal Esports on the 11th, Team Bablu on the 12th position this time, LOU Esports on the 13th, Diffuse on the 14th, Rogue Nation on the 15th, and FTFxEsports on the 16th.
So FTF is having a proper bad day alongside DFUZ as well. As DFUZ started their day in the overall 16, but now they were in the overall overall 24th. But now they're on the overall 23rd or something. As DFUZ just had a really good previous game, not as good, but still they had the kills to show in their report or something. Now LOU, Bablu, and Portal, these three teams were a setback out there. Freestyle as well, because they had a dinner in the first game, and so after that it's been a drop since the first game or something. Second and third were on the 9th and 10th position, so that is just gonna just keep them on the downward area. 247 Gaming, they are slowly and steadily climbing up, so we'll have to see all those next in the overall standings. So let's just have a look at the overall standings as where the teams are gonna be, and will NV be out there? And yes, NV is the first team to hit that mark of triple digit as they are moving up the chart. Fyme gets down this time. They are not playing any games right now, obviously, so all three teams have 2-2 chickens for their bank right now.
Yeah, 2-2 chicken dinners for all three teams. And moving down, it's going to be HFD on the 4th, Portal eSports on the 5th, NortheSports on the 6th, 247 Gaming on the 7th, and HR, look at this. So from the danger zone up towards the top 8, HR has had an amazing climb today and sitting on the 8th position now. So moving on to the next set of 8 teams, 9 to 16, VFXOXY, they take a drop to the 9th, Arkadians drop down to the 10th, Nexus on the 11th, Team TUF on the 12th, H2E on the 13th, LOE eSports on the 14th, Gaming Hub on the 15th, and Bablu, quite lucky this time as well, sitting on the 16th position, 53 points. So moving on to the next set of teams, I need to see where the 17th position is. So 2-point difference between F2D eSports and Bablu, but the good thing for them is that F2D is not playing today, and the difference between them and RNG is actually quite big. So if RNG has another bad game, they are not going to be able to make it in the top 16 when their 8 games are completed, and we are 50% done with the semi-finals. So RNG right now on the 19th, R3D on the 20th, Aqua on the 21st, Rogue Nation on the 22nd, Diffuse on the 23rd, and FTFxEsports on the 24th position. So 7 games played down to the last game of today, which is going to be played on Erangel, after which we will be hitting the 50% completion mark of the semi-finals, as the first half of the round robin, of the double round robin, is going to come to an end. And after that, the same rotation of the groups is going to take place. A versus B, A versus C, and then last day it's going to be B versus C again.
And now, I mean, Bablu is in the top 16, but they what their fans wanted is for them to end up in the top, not the 16 out there. But then these are the players that actually have had a huge thing out there for themselves, because having good kills for the overall team actually shows that you have had good kills for yourself as well. Envy Psych is on the first with the 17, Deadshot as well on the second with the 17. I mean, that is just impressive. There's this like 104 damage difference between those both the players out there. FS Baba on third with 16, Fyme Motu on the fourth with 16, and Nexus Hunk on the fifth with the 14 for himself.
Yeah, so amazing performance from the top 5 kill leaders in the overall. And moving on to the next set of 5, it's going to be Sensi from NortheSports on the 6th. HFD's Bhatsab is going to be on the 7th with 13 kills. 247's Punjabi is going to be on the 8th with 13 kills as well. Venom from TUF, 13 kills as well, 9th position to him. 10th is going to be by LOU eSports Ghost. 12 kills for the lad, and they had amazing performances. LOU eSports, HFD, TUF, 247, all of them are trying their best this time around, but none of them were the chicken dinner performances, and we still have to see if are they gonna step up, are they gonna make the amazing push in the last game, which is gonna happen after a short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals Day number 3. Time for match number 4. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma.
Yep, and the final match for that round robin, right?
Yeah.
The final match for that round robin to just come to a full circle, and after this, it will be settled for the teams that they have played their 8 matches. The good, bad, uglies, and the crazies will be taken out in those 8 matches, and from tomorrow, obviously, it won't be a fresh start, but it will be a fresh start in the number of matches out there. The points will be there.
Yeah.
The points will be increasing, but so will be their gameplays, their chances of winnings, and more things. Because after this, each and every team will be having having played their 8 matches overall. So
Yeah.
the thing is that till now, or for now, we know what a team is capable of in the group stages as well.
Yeah.
But the teams, there's that curse that always goes in, that the team that does good actually sometimes fail out there. Let's see if that team just comes in on the final game and just does the best out there. As this is the final game for today, ladies and gentlemen. From Prison, Lipovka, Miltapar area to Gatka Query is where the plane path is. You can go to Pochinki, School, Farm, Milta, Prison, obviously, Lipovka, Miltapar. If you guys want to go there, Georgepol will be out there up for the grabs. But if you want to go much more further, you might have to take a lift or two.
Yeah, you might definitely have to take a lift or two, in fact, because we have seen those teams and those players go for individual cars as well. But this time, we still have to see which team is going to land where. Are the off drops going to happen? Because those are usually saved for the last game of the day, the last Erangel. But this time around, we see 247 taking exit earlier on, and they are going to look to head towards the Yasna Poliana, like always. This because usually they actually contest GH on the Milta Power side, and even GH hasn't taken an exit till now. So I'm wondering what is going on with that entire situation. As you see, NV take an exit, and they will, like always, head towards the Novo situation. So a few changes here and there from the teams with how they are dropping. And now Gaming Hub actually takes an exit. I think this time they will be looking to head towards the ferry pier and then rotating towards the military base island, as Portal eSports also takes an exit in the same situation. And Portal eSports can contest Gaming Hub since they exited first, and Portal is heading towards the military base island. So they are going to take control of their Gaming Hub is going to go towards the ferry pier situation, avoiding 247 entirely. 247 this time are going to go in and disturb the squad of Nexus.
Alright, the circle is out in the mid to southern area. Envy is going to the Novo Ripner drop. LOU is going for the farm split for themselves. PES obviously going to their area. Gaming Hub as well. We'll see where the teams actually just move in, go in, charge in. And Yasna, just like you said, see, 247 is going to go in, charge in on another team right now. Bad manners out there, but still, I mean, you should not, go for the other teams. Teams drop locations, but then if they're going for it, they might be having some different kind of rotation in their mind or something, and let's see, the circle actually favors them. But look at the Georgia Pole side. Look at the cluster of teams that is out there in the Georgia Pole, Georgia backend, Georgia City, hospital area. Not the Georgia City, though. Georgia backend, and obviously the hospital area, as they're starting from TUF to Bablu, HR, RNG. There's quite a lot of teams out in there.
Yeah, there are a lot of teams in there, and we still have to see, are they going to survive? So look at this, even Bablu landed on towards the Georgia Pole area, but they are going to get a vehicle for themselves, and they are going to run away as fast as they can towards the Georgia Pole city on the northern side, where they usually drop, and they are exactly doing that. Right now, all of the players together, and Portal eSports, they have split up, 3 players on towards the military base, 1 player on the bridge city, and NV have taken control of the Novo containers for themselves. But on the other side, a huge cluster of teams on towards the Yasna Poliana area, and that is going to be a risky situation. The Hellraisers this time, they are going to be left undisturbed, as they are the only team on the Georgia Pool containers.
Totally true. And if you see, alright, 1,000 meters to get into the zone from the Georgia Pool area, so each and every team will have to run away as soon as they can, and so each and every team will be on their toes right now. You see the circle, so H2E is out there in the poaching area, will be so safe right now inside the circle. LOUFS as well, GH, PES and NV. So the southern teams will be in a really good situation, if not the best situation for now, to stay inside the circle. FTF will have to look for their fights diffuse as well, because the teams are not having the best of the days right now. If anything, we'll have to see what goes in their strategies, how their strategies change, and all those scenarios for now and as of now. So let's just see. And ROG, alright, look at this. The Doc and Titanium are moving in. Nightmare is so far just a bit far away from their team right now. Probably is going to be sitting in the vehicle and moving in from the other direction. But so far, I think Yasnaya is the first area where fights might happen.
Yeah, Yasnaya is, I agree with that one. Yasnaya is going to be one of the few places where the fights are going to start at any given moment, because Nexus and 247, both the teams are going to be in there. And as we say that, Taha is going to be knocked down from the side of Nexus, as Gaming from 247 is going to spot out the player and go for the finish as well. He's out on the open road, goes for the drop shots, but is Taha going to be able to escape this one?
That's going to be one of the questions, because see, such kind of fights, they are not needed right now. But if they are going for it, they should be, taking up all those fights. As Taha has been taken down right now. The first blood being popped up, the first knock being popped up, but the first finish has not yet happened right now. 247 still moving in, moving out for the area. You can see Punjabi just moving out. He has spotted the players. He should be spotting the players, and he should be finishing what he just started right now. 247 Punjabi moving in forward. Punjabi has spotted Taha right now, and Punjabi will be going to take him down. Nexus, on the other hand, they are losing the player if not given proper care. But look at that, Wolf has also been spotted, and Punjabi with the DP and red dot was trying to do the damage. He did the damage obviously, and he is still going to go a bit closer to take the players down. On the other hand, Taha can actually reveal the location of Punjabi, but he will be careful as to not get much in the open air right now. Wolf is still out there. Wolf is still being spotted on and being shot on. Hunk is out there. Taha will be taken on in a fist fight from Najib, so Taha is the first person to exit the server.
Yeah, an unfortunate situation as the player was caught out in the open rotation, but Nexus, I think they are going to retaliate with kills of their own. But so far, they are prioritizing their rotation in towards the circle, as we see players moving out in the open. Hunk has left, Wolf has left, and Zulker, he is going to be left in a bad situation, as he is going to be surrounded by the players from the side of 247 Gaming. Punjabi is going to catch him out in the open, but are they going to get the finish on him? I think the players from the side of Nexus, they are coming back to the rescue of their teammate, but that is not going to work out. Zulker, he's going to be knocked down. Hunk is there quite close. He needs to get away. He needs to get away now, because Zulker, he is beyond saving at this point. He's going to be finished off by the players from the side of 247 Gaming, and there is nothing that the players from the side of Nexus can do. If they are spotted as well, they are going to be taken down one by one, and Hunk, once again, is going to be out in the open. I don't think he is going to be able to survive that one.
Probably not, as Zulka has also been taken down. So Nexus can be in a bit of trouble. Wolf is also out there. Hunk is also out there. We'll have to see what happens. Najib has 25 bullets in his M4, and he is spraying through the smoke area. Let's see what just happens out in that scenario right now. But so far, I think it's going to be so good for 247. So I think it's a really good scenario for the players out there, and they are trying to take Hunk down as well, playing mind game, as Gaming is going in from one side, Maud from the other side. But Proth goes down as Wolf with his Thompson takes one, but Punjabi also goes down just like that. Hunk is taking incredible fight out here, has level 1 helmet, level 1 vest is completely broken, and that Thompson with no scope attachment is just doing wonders right now. Hunk is out, surviving with just 1 HP. He has dropped down 2 players. Both the 2 players need to revive. The bandits are coming in. Zulka is down. Zulka, can he be revived? I don't think so. Zulka, the smokes are popping up from Hunk's side, but Zulka will be taken down. 247 Gaming, the guy is moving in forward. Punjabi will be given a revive right now, but that is just gonna waste a bit of time, and that's just gonna let Hunk apply bandage right now, as Najib is still trying to spot down the players. So for a moment, 247 was in a bad spot, if anything.
Yeah, bad situation for the side of 247 Gaming, but Nexus Hunk is going to be taken down in an instant. And 2 versus 1 situation, as Wolf is going to be left standing. Gaming and Najib, can they clutch this one out? Hunk is going to be finished off, and Nexus is going to be the first team to exit the game, as Wolf gets up. He runs, prones down out in the open, but Najib, the bad timing on that off-peak is going to result in him missing the shots. And Wolf is still out in the open. Just that roll of haystack in front of him is the only thing that's protecting him. Has the Tommy gun in his hand, so this is going to be a difficult fight for him. But the pre-fire on towards Najib's direction is not going to work out, as he wasn't peeking, but the blue zone is going to come in, and chip damage is going to be there. Wolf is going to go for the peek, but Najib was positioned in the other direction, so the shots do not connect at all. Now Wolf, he switches over to the M16 in his hand with the red dot, but the grass is protecting the players from the side of 247 Gaming, and this fight is going to be at a standstill for now. As I say that, Moth is going to be like, what? The DP is going to kick in, and the finish is going to be there, as well as Nexus take an exit.
Yep, that just happened out there. The first airdrop as a Groza and suppress a sniper for the players to be good. Military vest, helmet, and level 3 backpack, obviously coming out there for the players to take in. Suppress snipers as well. The airdrop was there inside the circle, and the circle is still on a weird shift right now. Look at this thing. All right, the circle still has 50-50 both the areas. So both the areas out here on the upward and the lower side have circle. And Bablu, this time once again, see, they are going for a late rotation. A late rotation for Bablu can just backstab them. And let's just hope it does not happen for the players out there.
Yeah, we can only hope that it does not create a backstab for their situation. But we have seen this multiple times. On Erangel, they usually go for the later rotations, and they are pretty successful with that. Hasn't worked out yesterday, but today could be their day. Today could be the day that Bablu step back in the ring and get the chicken dinner for themselves. The circle has moved towards sort of a split between the military island and the main island as well. Pochinki is going to be there. The northern part of the military bridge, the Nova bridges are going to be there. Both the bridges being covered in the circle. The ferry pier city is going to be there. Farm is going to be there. So the teams from Yasnapolian, a team like Bablu, who are on the northern Georgia city, the teams from Georgiapol, they are going to come in as well. RNG is closing in, but on the other side, look at this. Look at the kill feed. GH are going up against the side of Portal Esports, and Khan is going to be in trouble.
Khan is in a lot of trouble. Just said it, and Khan will be finished out here, right in front of the bridge area. So PES, look at this. They are making a U-turn right now. They know that the thing that they chose was a bad thing out there. So PES is going back right now, and Adil he will be luring Khan and will be charging in. So this is a really good strategy. This is how you should be blocking the end of the bridge. 3 players on one direction and 1 player on the other direction. One of the best strategies that is still. You cannot break this strategy no matter what happens. If you just come and charge into one of the areas, the other side is where the players are ready for the guns to be blazing in and all those things. So this is one of the best strategies. I've learned this from. All right, here's a shout out to one of my friends. I've learned this from Maxton and King and Brew.
Yeah.
When we play the games with them. So these strategies were one of the most amazing strategies that they use in their classic matches and all those things. TUF Terminator coming back to the fights right now. They are trying to take the fights with the other players, and Hamzo is low on HP. But Hamzo will be still surviving. Not anymore now. TUF Venom just takes him down as he was just surviving with 1 HP. That gives time for Terminator to move in forward with a DP and Sky. Look at this. Edgar is also moving in forward to the other side. And they are trying to spot the players, take them down if anything. But for now, no damage was done. But if Venom moves in forward, and yes, he is going for it, he can ditch out a grenade. 1 grenade can just take out the players out there. Will it happen anytime sooner? Now, right now, we'll have to see. The grenades are exactly not on the opponents, on the right-hand side for a reason right now, and that is just going to give time for the players to just move away from this area. Look at this, the red zone being formed from all the directions, but so far, no damage being done by the grenades.
Yeah, no damage is going to be done as the team is going to move back towards their safer location on the other side of the small ridge. And I think Terminator is going to be spotted out by Aladdin as he has the Mini 14 with him, and that gun can actually dish out a lot of damage. Aladdin is going to wait for Terminator to peek out, and now he needs to be careful because he is right now trying to split his attention between 2 of the different locations. The 2 players from the side of Venom are TUF are there, Venom and Thor, and Edgar has moved towards the back line, but now the blue zone is going to come in, and Fahad from the side of RNG is going to be in the blue zone. The damage is not going to be enough to do anything significant, but damage is going to be damage. 1 more bullet and Fahad is going to be knocked down.
Exactly. 1 more bullet and Fahad will be taken out. And the circle has had a really, really good shift right now. This shift of circle is going to be confirming the fact that the circle will be on northern island. If anything, not on the military base island for now. So that's going to be one of the things. And TF Terminator is applying a bandage for him. So obviously wants to move in forward after this one. They have all 4 players remaining. They have 0 kills right now. They obviously managed to take down 1 player as Venom's gun did the damage. But then they could not confirm the kill because the opponents had a really good cover for themselves, and the grenades also did not do the damage. TeamvfxOXY is moving in forward, just trying to scout out the players. If he can just just see the areas and then can just go for it. And DFUZe insane on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. They are just going in, charging into the area, but this charge in can just backstab them as there is a squad ready ready for them, if anything, on the outer edge. And yes, Insane will be taken down if he not gives the confirmation. And yes, he gets taken down. Ronnie as well, low on HP, still manages to make it out to safety right now. Has a crossbow in the house right now, but obviously this is not a crossbow fight. This is the AR fight for themselves. The Nightmare moving forward, the dog as well. They can just take the players down. The crowd shots were coming in for now. The dog has been taken down as Ronnie just joins up the party, joins up the fight, spots out one more player, one more bullet that just comes in. It's gonna take the player down as well. Titanium low on HP, not anymore, will be taken down, but Ronnie goes down as JD comes in for the cover fire. So ROG in a bad spot as they have just one player surviving. The revivals are coming in, but look at Bismarck. Bismarck can just backstab, sidestab if anything, but on the other hand, taken down. 10 HP for JD. Can he revive, or can he just take out fight with Honey, who is on 100 HP, or will the revive happen? Not anymore, as Gaming Hub comes in for the backstab and Rogue Nation gets eliminated.
Yeah, the backstab is going to make sure that the kill is going to be confirmed for just one guy, but the other kills are going to go towards the side of Diffuse. But now Diffuse, they are going to be in trouble. They committed so much to that fight. Can they recover themselves from the initial engagement? Gaming Up, they catch a few of the players from the side of PES off guard, and Wolverine in that UAS is just going to manage to run away. Oh, Vegeta on the other side is going to be spotted as well, but Knight did not fire some shots or any shots in that direction. But on the other side, LOE Esports, they are going to catch the players from the side of NV off guard, and some damage was given away to the player driving by, but he is still going to be pretty much safe. And the circle has once again on the northern side, or on the southern side of the main island, and some part of the military island is going to be there, but no one is going to choose to stick around over there, because the next circle is definitely going to be on the northern island as well. And the cluster of the teams have formed in this open area, and they have taken control of whatever small or big compound they can find for themselves, because safety is definitely going to be required, as Wolverine and Nocto, they just dive down the cliff. That can be a risky decision.
Obviously, that can be a really risky decision from the players out there from PES. So we'll have to see what happens out in this one, as well as Envy. They are on the upper edge, so if the players have to go to the upward area, they'll have to climb the areas as soon as they can, if they can right now. Obviously, they are inside the circle, does not need to worry. But look at this, 247 Gaming in the open. Obviously, a bad decision. 6 times spray from Deadshot coming in. That was something out there. But 247 Gaming takes down NV Absor. The cover fire is coming in from all the directions as NV's players, they are going for it. The Mini 14 can just come in from the taps, and the damage can be dealt out there. NV Absor is out in this area. Obviously, it's a really good scenario. You just need to keep your player in your proximity, in your vicinity, so that you can just take the players on. Najib is out there bleeding out, and Envy is charging in. Envy just moving in with that vehicle, and look at that. They just were actually out in that area where they could take the fights easily, much more easily, and there's gonna be something. One final player surviving. Light cannot move in. Now he does. He has been taken down out there. Will be finished, and now Envy Light will be out on a revival after he actually reloads his gun right now. Which player will he be reviving first? That's going to be something, as Absor will be taken down. That was a decision-taking moment. But 247 Gaming is on a domination. Even after he was killed, he has actually confirmed his kill. It's more just the only survivor out there from 247. Will he be able to clutch the fight against Envy, or will he just run away to for a safer location, because they don't want an early exit right now? Deadshot, on the other hand, uses a Mini 14 and takes down one player.
Yeah, I think running away is definitely going to be a priority for all these teams right now, because having an early exit is going to be an unfortunate situation, and you do not want that, especially when all your players just died. And now Bablu, they are up against the squad of R3D. Pikachu is going to be able to take down Walker, but Ghost was knocked down. The nade is just going to bounce off away from Ghost, but is the spray away damage going to be enough to kill him? Tyrant cooking up that nade is going to look to knock out anyone who comes in for the rescue of Walker, and the nade was thrown perfectly. Pikachu is wreaking havoc as he's going to drop Colossi, but he's going to be taken down, and Tyrant comes out in the open with the Scarlet in his hand, is going to come to the rescue of his teammate. And now one only player left standing for the side of R3D. It's going to be Joker. Danny and Tyrant can actually go for the wraparound on those two, but they need to revive their teammates as well. But before that, I think they should confirm the kill, as Danny can actually hold on and keep Joker out of this situation, stopping him from engaging any further. Tyrant with that nade is going to look to dish out some damage and stop anyone from coming in. But the revives need to come in, and they need to come in now. But on the other side, Joker is still standing, and one after the other, the players are being finished. Danny was able to confirm the kill on Walker, but Danny is going to be knocked down now. Danny needs to survive this one. Tyrant, after this revive, needs to go in immediately and confirm the engagement. The nade is being cooked by Joker, and if this one lands perfectly, he can take out Danny, and yes, he will, as the nade is going to make contact, and Danny is going to take an early exit from this game, but all his teammates are still in there. Joker, he is going to have to run away from this 1 versus 3 situation. His players are dying all over. Colossi is still knocked down, and I don't think the revive is going to come in, as the compound that Colossi is in, Bablu are controlling that, and Joker out in the open is going to be spotted out by Tyrant. He is ducking behind this small wall in front of him, but he's going to be cornered, and Ghost is going to be taken down. The finish is going to be there on Ghost. 1 versus 4 situation. Joker, this man is a monster, getting 2 knocked, getting 2 finished, but not for long, as Tyrant is going to put an end to all of this.
Bablu won the fight, but they lost 2 players in this one. That was catastrophic from the side of Bablu, if anything. I mean, ditching out the information that just took them down. DFTOR, on the other hand, takes down PS Vegeta with a headshot from the Scar L. Obviously, that was just more than impressive or anything. We'll have to see what happens out in the fights and all those things. PES, obviously, the players out just trying to go up the area. TFTOR also there. TFTOR just goes down. So does Wolverine, but Wolverine does not actually have any damage. Thor's health is reduced to 50% right now. 50 HP on that guy. He'll be healing up, and Wolverine is moving on to one direction. They are going to see the other players of TUF on that area, and this is just limiting them to go up that the ridge, and the circle is coming. Will PES just die outside the play zone? That is going to be one of the questions, because they don't have any area to go in. HR just going in, charging in, barging in. Will they try to spot the players? NSI goes down. PES Wolverine has taken down 1 player as well for themselves, and FTF also goes down. Look at that. The spray was a good one, but TUF still surviving. TUF's Terminator needs a revive right now. Envy dead shot. They have spotted the players. They'll be proning down and spotting the players once again. We'll have to see what happens. Envy Light still spotting, trying to find out the players, and out there gaming house players have been taken down. Envy is on another domination right now. Maybe they are looking for another chicken dinner in this one.
Yeah, they are going to be looking for another chicken dinner in this game, definitely. But Nocto from the side of PES, Portal eSports, is going to be dropped down as Thor actually spots him out, and the damage is going to come and has a Scar in his hands right now. 30 bullets in the gun and can go for the finish, but his teammates are going to help him out, and Portal eSports are going to take an early exit from this game for now. Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Because they are going to be coming back later on, as the second round robin is going to come in. So 8 games are going to be completed for the teams that have already taken an exit. 247, Diffuse, R3D, Rogue Nation, Portal eSports, RNG, and Nexus. Their 8th game is done, but there are still 9 teams in this one.
Exactly. Gaming Hub's outside the circle right now. 1 player surviving. Will he just remain outside the circle, or is he trying to fight? So you see, Emerge is out there, and the car blast is going to be happening right anytime soon. Right now, Invited Shot just goes bazooka on the car. H2E's failure just sitting out there, and Gaming Hub's Emerge is still outside the circle in the crosshairs of Envy and H2E. If anything, if they spot him, obviously he's going to just lead out all the damage on that player, and Envy is fighting outside the in the open, but still trying to take down the players. Dead shot. That was an impressive 6-time spray. That look at the way he is actually, using his gun right now. Just the recoil is not there. He is trying to control the gun with gyro, if anything, and the recoil is actually being minimized by this guy. That was more than amazing. And Gaming Up still outside the circle. Spoke too soon. Gaming Up marks their exit right now. They exit the stage. So 8 teams remaining, 23 players surviving. Let's see which team goes till the end right now.
Yeah, we still have to see which team is going to survive, and this one is Tyrant is going to drop one of the players from the side of Freestyle, and Deadshot, he gets shot from the other direction, so he needs to be careful. Was standing out in the open, which is quite risky, but Bablu with 2 players, they are trying to take these fights and trying to third party the other teams, which can actually work out in their favor. That is going to be the most effective way for them to gather as many kills as they want to. But for now, H2E, they are out in the open, so the open ground fights, they are going to be tricky for all these teams to actually commence. And I think just like in Sanhok, we are going to to see a lot of snakes coming in this game.
Probably, but Bablu is outside the circle right now. Now they make their way inside the circle. Tyrant, he is already damaged to 60 HP right now. He'll have to be in a really good spot if they want to win this fight. And look at that, as the players are going to be throwing the smoke grenades for themselves, and Lala will be taken down out here. Team TF marks the exit on the 8th position. 7 teams surviving, 20 players surviving, ladies and gentlemen. Which team is going to win the final game is going to be one of the biggest questions out here, as Rams is still snaking out. FTF needed one good game. This can be their good game, but still they don't have the kills for themselves. They need the kills. They need those kill points immediately if they want to actually mark up a really good number in the overall positions right now. Envy is in a bit of trouble as Bablu is taking up the fight. Is taking up the fight with themselves as of now. We'll have to see if the fight actually just comes up with a conclusion, because Bablu, they need those kills. They need those points. They have 4 kills for now. But will this game be their game? Because 2 players surviving H2E, with 4 players surviving Envy, with 3 players surviving Freestyle once again, with 3 players in one that needs a revive right now. And H2E Dread goes down as Envy was taking a fight. Deadshot peeking out, makes up a mistake, is on low HP right now, but will be healing up. And Old Boy, he has had one shot of himself. Look at Envy Psych, no helmet on him. I mean, he has the helmet, but even if one shot just comes in, his helmet will be taken out.
Yeah, his helmet is so close to dead. It is almost dead, but on the other side, he catches. Bablu is going to be the one to catch the players from the side of H2E off guard, but on the other side, Deadshot is actually helping the team of Bablu out. Still 2 players left standing, and they make it into the top 7 of this game. Failure, the kill is trying to, Tyrant is trying to confirm the kill on Failure, but that kill is going to be secured by Envy's Deadshot as he goes on a domination. 3 confirmed kills for the lad, and GamerX is going to be in trouble as Deadshot yet again is going to get the knock, but Tyrant is going to be like, what mate, you are stealing all my kills, and he is going to knock Deadshot out of this one.
Yeah, and the circle is on the side of LOU eSports, ladies and gentlemen. All the other teams have to make it inside the circle. Bablu is the team that has to travel the maximum distance. Can they do it? LOU booth has been taken down. HR, Hellraisers exit this one. FTF as well. So 4 teams remaining. 12 players surviving. We have big names as Freestyles, LOU, Envy, and Bablu. Big names in the final circle. Will it be the game that Bablu won? Look at that. Pikachu takes down one. Psych is taken down, and that was an impressive way of spotting out your opponents, and they are going to confirm the kill, and 1 kill comes to Bablu. Pikachu will be on the domination right now, and look at this. 1 more player was about to go down. Envy Light is out there. Deadshot as well. They both are on low HP, and the circle is not going to favor them right now. They have to get inside the circle, but Bablu as well. Bablu has to travel the maximum distance inside the circle. They are on the far side of the circle that they are, and Ghost just takes down 1 player of Envy. Envy is, but Tyrant steals the kill as the team will be on 7 kill streak right now. Tyrant is on low HP. Pikachu will be taken on. Pikachu still surviving, but somehow, but now he goes down. Tyrant goes down right now. Pikachu surviving 10 HP. Will be making it more. Tyrant, he is out there in the open. Can they just make it to the circle? Will Bablu go down in this one? That's going to be one of the big questions. FS Kashraf goes down. Freestyle gets eliminated. Bablu in the top 3. LOU and Envy and Bablu. Bablu, Pikachu still surviving out in this one. Tyrant needs a revive. I don't think so he can get a revive right now. LOU taking up their fight with Envy right now. And Envy's Light can take down LOU Ghost and does take him down. Phobia will be out there for giving a revive if that happens. Tyrant has been taken out. Envy Light is in the domination. Bablu, Pikachu outside the circle. Cannot go for a prone right now. Fighting with the circle, if anything. Has 3 first aids. If Light spots him, that will be the end game. If he spots Light, yes he does. He spots him. He takes him out. Envy gets eliminated. 1 versus 3. 1 versus 3 for Pikachu. Can he take it out? I don't think so, because he is out in the open area. Makes his way inside the circle. Is out there, but his location has been compromised. He is out there. The play zone is going to do its work, and Team Bablu so close, yet so far.
Yes, so close, but an amazing performance finally coming in from this team, and of the caliber that we expect. Final 2 players remaining drag the team along into the top 2. And I think, okay, so the funniest thing was that every time Tyrant would knock someone down, the Deadshot would steal the kill.
And every time Deadshot knocks someone down,
Tyrant was stealing the kill, and after a while, I think even they got bored, and Tyrant was like, "All right, now it's time to leave, buddy. You need to go." Yeah.
But
LOU also an amazing performance. They stepped up big time. So two of the teams that were not having a good day finally stepping up in the last game for the day, and Phobia is going to be there, the MVP for the game. 3 kills, 302, 302 damage, and 5.83 kilometers traveled.
Yeah, I mean, the distance and all those were good, but then the performance was actually an impressive one, if we have to say it from the point of view of this guy Phobia out here for LOU eSports. Obviously, the final person, Pikachu, going in through the play zone, if anything. Otherwise, I mean, the guy had the fight in him. The thing was, he was shooting the players. The zone was coming, and he was on the far side of the zone, so it just went away. But this was one of the bestest games that Bablu actually showed, with the 2 players surviving and all those things. Let's just have a look at the top 5 players, and let's see where the players are going to be in those top 5 markers right now, as Bablu Pikachu will be out there on the first. 686 damage and 5 kills for himself. Envy Deadshot. Envy's Deadshot also had a really good game in this one. 4 kills, 1203 damage. That was impressive. Bablu Tyrant on the 3rd. Envy Psych on the 4th. And 247 Gaming on the 5th. So LOU Phobia, the MVP, is not in the list right now.
Yeah, the MVP is not going to be in the top 5 players list, as and a lot of amazing performances coming out from a lot of players. Look at this, a Deadshot, 1200 damage. Who does that? Deadshot.
Yeah, Deadshot does that, exactly. The guy with a barrel on 6 times does that. The guy with M4 on 6 times, the guy who uses Mini 14 as well, he does that, and he actually showed it out in this one. So this was a really impressive performance by Envy's Deadshot and Envy as well. Let's just have a look at the standings for this final Erangel, the final game that's going to settle it all for most of the teams right now, because 8 games will be done for all the teams. LOU is out there with 6 kills and 26 points for them. So Bablu with 3 points lacking, they are going to be out there on the 2nd. Envy on the 3rd. Team HR, they have had a really good jump out in this one. Are going to be on the 4th. Freestyle on the 5th, dropping down. 247 on the 6th. H2E on the 7th. And FTF, so they have had a good game this time. I mean, they'll be they are on the 24th position. Let's see where it just takes them.
Yeah, let's just see where this is going to take them. But moving on to the next set of 8, TUF on the 9th, Gaming Hub on the 10th, Diffuse on the 11th, R3D on the 12th, Portal Esports on the 13th, RNG on the 14th, Rogue Nation on the 15th, and Nexus team is going to be on the 16th position. But these were just the standings for this game. We need to move on and have a look at the overall standings as well, and see now, after all the teams have completed like 50% of the journey of the semi-finals, how do they compare to each other? Who is going to be safe, who is not going to be safe, and who needs to work even harder? So let us just have a look at the overall standings and see what is happening over there, as Envy definitely are going to secure the first spot for themselves, 138 points. Freestyle is going to be there as well with 100 points, 108 points for them. Fyme on the 3rd position, Team HFD on the 4th position, Portal Esports on the 6th position, and LOU Esports on the 6th, NortheSports on the 7th, Team HR on the 8th position for now.
Yeah, for now, that's going to be the thing out there. NortheSports will be so First 5 are at a really good spot right now. They don't have to worry about anything. 6, 7, 8, obviously 8 team, the Team HR that's out there, they are also at that position. First 5, they were not changed. But then moving on from 9 to 16, we have to move on to that area. 247 Gaming will be on the 9th, Bablu on the 10th, TUF on the 11th, DFUZeOXY on the 12th, H2E on the 13th, Arkadians on the 14th, Nexus team on the 15th, and Gaming Hub will be out there on the 16th position for themselves.
See, this is the thing. Even though Bablu actually make it into the top 8, the standing is still not secure because the difference is not that big. Gaming Hub sitting on the 16th position, 69 points, and Bablu on the 10th with 76 points. So there is not that big of a gap. When they come back in with their performances, they need to step up and make an impact from the 5th day that is going to be there.
Yeah, the same thing that I was going to say, because tomorrow it's going to be A versus B, if anything, and Bablu will not be there. But then these are the teams. See, just as we were talking about, now the difference is a lot. If you remember, 16, the team at 16 was at 69 points, and out there at 17 it's 51. So just one position difference. It's a lot of difference out there. F2D, 2X, RNG, R3D, Aqua, Rogue Nation, Diffuse, and FTF. No change in this one, but can they come in top 16? That is one of the biggest questions, because 16 and 17, that's a lot of difference.
Yeah, that is definitely a massive difference over there. And the difference, okay, so the teams on the last set of standings, their first day of performance, they need to pull off something extra special. Otherwise, on the last day, they are going to be in trouble. And FTFxEsports, I think FTF, Diffuse, Rogue Nation, and Team Aqua, they are going to have the hardest time competing now, because the difference between them and the team sitting on the 16th position is like massive at this point.
Exactly, like massive at this point. And we'll have to see, like, if the teams can, just pick up something and just go and blaze in and just have an impressive gameplay, because just like HR had today.
Yeah, just like HR had today. In fact, yeah, I actually agree with that. Because HR, the consistent performances is what kept them in this. And now let's have a look at the kill leaders for the overall and see who is going to be where, as well as Deathshot takes the first position from his own teammate. 21 kills for him, 4,005 damage. Psych is going to be on the second position with 20 kills, 3,471 damage. Freestyles Baba on the third, 16 kills with 2,652 damage. Fyme Moto is going to be on the fourth with 16 kills as well, and LOU Ghost is going to be on the fifth with 14 kills. So top 5 kill leaders for now. And moving on to the next set of 5, next is Sanhok on the 6th with 14 kills. Sensi from NortheSports with 14, 247 Moth is going to be on the 8th with 14 as well, and TUF Venom on the 9th with 14 as well. And Punjabi from 247 is going to be on the 10th with 13 kills. So
yeah, as of now, these were the top 10 players that have had the impact or something on the team, on themselves, and the number has not been seen from 4th to 9th. Everyone has 14 kills for themselves in the bank. So that is something. So we'll see if the number just fluctuates or something, as players and more new teams like Fyme will be coming tomorrow just to contest their first position once again, and all those things will be happening. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, because the matches will be once again to starting from Erangel and all those things. They'll be going to their drop locations, going for the fight. So we'll see what happens.
We'll definitely see what happens and what is going to come, as the second half of the journey of the semi-finals is going to be starting from tomorrow. So 8 games are completed, 8 more to go. And now I think the teams are going to look to make their final push and have the top 16 spot by the time the semi-finals end, so they can make their way into the finals, from where the team that wins the final is going to get a direct slot in the World League.
Exactly. And that World League slot, obviously, that will be really amazing and interesting. And obviously, the players and the teams are working hard for that particular thing out there. And apart from that, see, that's what is happening out here as we are casting and all. But then there's a lot of stuff that just happens behind the camera and all those things. So you can just catch us on our Instagrams and our social handles that will be just down below. His is iSuperJohnny, and mine is Ocean Sharma. My Snapchat is Ocean_Sharma. I don't know why I just go with them with my Snapchat as well. But then you can just catch up with us. We reply to the comments as well, to the text as well. So that just comes in regarding our castings and regarding the feedbacks and all those things. So that's one thing that we are just always open to. Yeah,
so if you like our casting, you can follow us on our socials, and we'll be signing off for today. Tune back in tomorrow at the same time and catch all the action. Until then, take care, have a good night, and bye-bye.